Okay.
Yeah.
Did you watch last week's show, for crying out loud? Did you see what we're talking about? My God.
Okay.
Yeah.
So wonder he wasn't fucking pulled, that show.
Jimmy Savile is a national treasure.
There we go.
Okay, who broke something?
I just shut the empty bottle in the bottle bin. Realised.
All right.
Oh.
He's usually breaking something.
What?
He's usually breaking something.
Yeah. At some point, usually my chair.
You broke my mental health a minute ago seeing that picture.
I'm pretty sure you'll see it again tonight, Scott. Don't you worry. I'll send you it
Oh,
personally so you can have it on your phone. Screen
No,
saver.
like
I'll put it as a screensaver.
I think you should. I think everyone should. I think it's absolutely. It's art, is what it is. Art.
Yeah, something like that.
You sound a lot more chipper this week, Danny.
Yep.
Got a bit of a spring in his step.
Oh dear.
Rosy cheeks and all that.
Did she survive, Danny?
Yeah.
Pineapples.
Well, that's better than last time. So you're getting better.
I swear to God, right? I woke up at not in the morning. I had like 20 different messages full of fucking pineapples. Either gifts, stickers, or emojis with a shitload of pineapples. I even got some off Lynn Smith. I was like, what the fuck?
You have to blame Riley for that.
Yeah, I did.
Phil as well, by mistake, because someone said.
I had a feeling it'd be him.
No, it wasn't Phil. I sent him to Phil. Don't know why.
Yeah, I sent some to Phil as well. I've no idea why.
Yeah, me.
Right, Mr. Nevans, are we ready?
Yeah, let's roll it.
Roll VT.
Roll VT.
Follow Savage Simon 62 on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
Doesn't mean much. Doesn't much.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Simon Saturday Show live.
Big D Vapes, Old Firth and Slawwit, West Yorkshire.
Oh, I've forgotten to take the brand off. Jesus. Jesus. Oh, dear. Oh,
That was like an episode of VT UK, yeah?
Oh, Jesus. Sorry about that. I forgot to take that off. Oh, dear. Get comments back up. Good evening, everyone.
Evening.
Evening.
Welcome to Simon's Saturday Show, episode 63. And as you can see, we've got a takeover show tonight. So we've got the chaps on from Vape Talk UK. So good evening. So we've got Martin Z, we've got Chandler, we've got Mark, and we've got Dave. So welcome, boys. Do you know what you've let yourselves in for tonight? All you have to thank is Mr. Intense, because a few weeks ago on the after show, he says, you want to check out these guys, Simon. So I started following your show on a Tuesday night, 8 o'clock, and I've watched your last 4 shows, because you've done 4 shows on the trot, haven't you?
Yes.
Okay, so we will after tonight we'll figure out if we're gonna thank him or if we're gonna block him from our chat.
Mr. Intent, you have to thank. So then we've got Mr. Pugs in the house. Good evening, sir. That's a snazzy sweatshirt you've got on there.
I can't believe I'm the only one fucking wearing it. What's going on?
So, good evening, Danny. Danny
Good
Vape.
evening. You all right?
So you were missing in action last week. And
I was, yeah.
in the description, we should have had Phil on tonight. Now, he's gone to Harry Potter World today with his family, and he's mysteriously disappeared. So I think he's got over the shock of the prices of things down there. So he ain't coming on tonight. So hopefully next week.
Let me get this right. Phil moaned about something.
Moaned about it. Oh, he always does, doesn't he?
What's going on there? He never moans about anything.
So,
I've never heard
good
Phil have a
evening.
bad word about anything.
Good evening, Mr. Nevans.
How you doing?
Not too bad. So we've got Nick's TikTok tonight. Nick's talk tonight.
Nick Talk. Get it right, Simon.
Nick talk. Mr. Scott Wood. Good evening, sir. How are you?
Hi guys. Yeah, good. Thank you. Yeah, busy
Nice
week.
one. So we've no Luke on tonight. He's having a night off, stopping in with the missus and chilling out. So we've just got Luke's week on this week. So there's no Luke's drum beat this week.
Shocked. I am shocked.
There never usually is anyway.
No, they've gone. They've gone now.
So we'll see what everyone's vaping on. So we'll pick on Martin Z, and if you want to go through your guys, what you're vaping on.
He's pretty sure he can call Martin because he's got more than a head. He's got a full body as well.
Martin Z, Ed.
I thought it was a 5 head before we even started.
So I'm vaping on a Caliburn, which is my daily driver.
Really? That's a surprise.
Yeah, surprise. Like, and I've tried a lot of pots. I always end back on the OG Caliburn with the trusty Nick salts from Just Juice, mango passion fruit in there. Also, and if Matt is watching, yes, Matt, there is liquid in there. T-Knot lipo bore device with forgot the name, Mob Mini in there. And some Future Juice, also mango passion fruit. It's not a theme, it's just coincidence. What else? PPM Datu mod with Imperia.
That's
and
nice.
Bones from Wicklicker, Scully Bones. And last but not least, I just put in a new coil in my Narca on the Winter Dragon from Vulcan with also some Wicklicker apricot.
That's my favorite, that is.
Kurimi yogurt. Yeah, that's basically me.
So,
Chandler.
I knew you'd ask me just as I'm refilling my tank up. That's fine.
Okay, Dave.
Chandler, do you want me to go next, mate?
Well, you can do, but I've done it now, so it's all right.
I'll tell you what, I'll go and then I'll throw it to you.
Go on, then. You can throw it to Mike, don't care.
Right. I am vaping on the Cthulhu AIO. Inside that is a Cubix, and I've got that set to mouth to lung, and the juice in that is Cactus Lychee Punch. I've also got the Aspire Phoenix. On top of that is a Nautilus 3, and inside that is Can Only Be Graham. I have also got my favourite little mod, the
Wismec
RXG.
What's it like? Is it good?
It's good. I like it. I mean, it's at the end of the day, it's a mod. It puts wattage to the coil and it works. I just bought it because of its aesthetics, and
I like the look of it.
I like something different. So,
yeah.
I mean, it doesn't look anything like Iron Man. Nothing whatsoever.
I was going to say, look at yeah, like Iron Man.
No,
if Iron Man was a dildo.
This is called, they call this the mech version, but as in Mecha. But yeah.
2 seconds, guys. That's fine.
And lastly, I have got my SVB Blue Ghost with a Shogun on top of it. And inside that is Raspberry Fields. I forgot to say what's in that. And that is a new juice for me. It's called Liquid, LICKWID, Dark Star. And it's a Raspberry Ripple ice cream.
I think I've got nice. Near that.
Quite good. So
is that a new one? So?
I think it might be quite new. They've got a few of them in there. It's the first time I'd seen it on there.
They've had liquid for a while, but I don't know whether the Raspberry Ripple's a new one or not.
Oh, possibly.
I know I've got the buttermint candy. I've not seen that one.
But yeah, it's very nice. It works nicely. So yeah. So that's everything I'm vaping on. So Chandler, if you're ready, what are you vaping on, mate?
I'm feeling that I ought to dig something else out because I've only got 2 things going. It's like completely unlike me. I've usually got 20 minutes. So we're all settled for the next half hour while I run through these. Yes.
Yeah.
Wait till we get to Pugs.
No, it's all right. I've only got 2. I've got my RC mods B&B, and inside there I've got CHANDLER, which CHANDLER is awesome, mouth to lung, and I have got peach iced tea in there from Darkstar, which is awesome.
I keep selling that.
So that's my mouth to lung setup, and direct lung. I have got my SVB Prodigy.
Is that an ant on it?
Prodigy, yeah, that's the Prodigy.
Yeah.
Prodigy ant on there. I'm trying to get it so you can see the ants. There you go.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
And my new acquisition, a damn vape nitrous.
What's that like? Because I nearly bought one of them the other day.
Bloody buy it! I mean, Jesus, it wipes the floor with half of my.
Did you get the kit?
High-end ones. I didn't get the no. I just went for the. I've gone for the gunmetal because the kit just comes with a stainless one.
And the kit, I think that all the coloured stuff in the kit, the colours are really shit. They're all pastels.
It's a bit OTT. The colours in the kit are completely different to the colours that you can buy separately. They're very clever, aren't they? Because if you want
colour colours, they should have done cooler colours than the ones that they put out.
Yeah.
Crap.
Because the other colours are the red, the blue, the green. In the kit they are completely different to all the others, which is like what?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I've got it on restricted direct lung. I've only got 4 out of the 5 single holes showing, and it's giving me performance as good, if not better, than my Entheon, which I usually, which is my usual. Yeah,
it looks a lot like an Entheon.
And it vapes a lot like an Entheon with the draw that I've got on it. So yeah, I'm really impressed with it. To be fair, actually contemplating getting another one, which is a bit weird, but there you go. And inside there, I've got my homebrew Arctic Roll.
Nice.
Oh, just to tell Pugs the flavour profile of that one.
So, well, it's basically the dessert Arctic Roll. So you've got.
I know what Arctic Roll is.
You've got vanilla sponge, vanilla ice cream,
jam.
Raspberry for the raspberry jam, and obviously because it's ice cream, it's got cool-ader in it. And the secret recipe hint of orange. Orange. Yeah, it's something else. Just to give it that added extra punch. But yeah, Arctic Roll.
Right.
So there you go. So I made a juice up and put cool-der in it, and basically got slated because I'd got a dessert flavour sponge cake with cool-der in it, and someone said that sounds like Arctic Roll, so I was like, I'll try and make it, and actually it's bloody good. I like it anyway.
I'm on the side of not putting coolant in ice cream.
Yeah, mate.
I understand why it's there. I've got ice creams there that got coolant in, which I absolutely love. It's just that when I make them myself, I never do it. I never do.
The trick is not to put too much in it to go over the top. There's just enough in it to go, oh, it's there.
Yeah.
But yeah. So there you go. That's me. So Mark, what's the vaping on?
I've just switched over from the dots into an unpainted mix.
Evening.
Yeah. That's not a dig at David any way, shape, or form.
It's an amateur box.
Wait, Mark, wasn't that one painted? It used to be white, now it's black, right?
That's it. It's a pro build. Inside, I am running the Vape Snail. There is a single ohm coil in there. Running that at 12.5 piddly watts, mouth to lung, 0.8, tight as a tiger, just as it should be. None of this RDL crap.
What?
One of my bugbears. For my mech persuasion, I am running an SOI, running at about 0.1. In that, fruit monster, blueberry, raspberry, and lemon.
Nice.
I didn't think I'd like it, to be honest, because I'm not a fan. The next juice I've got has got blueberry in, but blueberry for me, I find it quite fragrant, very perfumey, and I'm not a fan at all of blueberry. But done right, it's nice. And in my finger box, RSQ with a Haku Cruiser on the top.
So
and that's
not RDL then, no.
No, that's DL. Shut your mouth.
Okay.
And I know if you were saying the Phenom, yeah, that's. But the Cruiser's much wider. It's more of a DL than a than a restricted. And in that, Jam Monster, a blueberry, which is probably one of my favourite desserts at the moment.
So having said
you're
not
passing it on to.
Say again.
Who are you passing it on to now?
Let's go directly above Danny.
Right. Well, I have the Vandy Vape Pulse AIO with the last of some big 5-core iced coffee salts. I also have the August GT2 with some of Black Rose Elixir's Faust. Faust. And also have the Vaporesso Gen 200 with some Doozy Vape Co's Big Drip Citrus Apple in it. What else am I running? I've been running this week the new Freemax Maxxis Solo 100 with some Super Good number 2. And what else is there? And I've got the Times Vape Keen with the Nightmare on top. And in that I have, if I can find it, Super Good number 10, which is an orange and apricot jam with almond and pastry. And it's quite fucking nice. And that is it for tonight. Well, go Scott.
Cool. I got a little homemade mech with some Camilla, SVBM, Stormtrooper with a Venom on top. In that I got Julius Sue's Tiki Punch. And last but not least, another mech homemade with a Peacemaker XL. And in that I've got PUG'S Tropic. Nice. Good juice. Good juice.
Scott, how are we getting on with that Peacemaker XL?
Yeah, good. I'm only running. I've got a single coil in it, so I've packed the wells with cotton. I'm not running a dual coil in it, purely and simply because it's on an 18650 mech. So I'm just running it about 0.2 ish with a fairly lumpy coil in there. But yeah, it's nice. It's nice. I want to get it on a regulator mod and whack the power up a bit and see what it performs like. But yeah, I mean, for the money I paid for it, it's a no-brainer, and it fits the mech nice. It goes on the mech. I designed the mech to be like 29 mil. So.
Anyway.
Yeah, I saw that. I was going to get another one. But yeah, I missed the boat on that. But yeah, I don't think what I paid £6.70 or something plus the post. So it came in at less than a tenner. It's a no-brainer. It was absolute no-brainer. And good flavour because I'm used to little RDA. So flavour-wise is on point. Yeah, it works. You know, it does what it needs to do. So yeah, I'm delighted.
Very good.
And I'll pass it over to Nevs.
Tidy. I am on Dwarf RTA FL on top of the SLV2, and in there I've got Onyx, and I'm on the Drag 3. On top of there I got the Next Mesh. I just want to see what this slime was like on top of stock coil, and that's it too. I'm drinking Planet Pale. Easy peasy. Brew dog. And
nice.
That's me. I'm done. I'll pass it on to Simon.
Oh, thank you very much. I've got a few retro mods I've dug out because I had a search of my vape locker over there and I found some. I forgot what I got in the back of it. So, first one up, I've got the Vape Drag Mini Platinum mod with a built-in battery. I do like the colour on that one. So, I've got the Blotto Mini RTA in that. I've got some Hooligan Vape Cherry Crush.
Hooligan.
Next up, I've got the Vape Alpha Zip Mini, which MF Vape sent me for review. So that is a cracking mod. I do like the artwork on that. So on top of that, I've got the L-Vape Destiny RTA. And inside of that, I've got some Hooligan Vape Vagabond Mocha Joes, which is a coffee. Very nice. Lost Vape for Lima Quest with the Zeus X RTA. And inside of that, some of the new Unreal 2, Dark Grape and Bubblegum. Next up, Lost Vape Gruss with the Blotto Max V1. And inside of that, some e-liquid flavour concentrates HZO, which is an Eisenberg type. Next up, I said the same Gruss, didn't it? What's it for that? Cyborg, sorry guys, I get mixed up. Cyborg. This is a Gruss, so I'm on the Lost Vape Gruss with a Peacemaker XL. And inside of that, we've got some Dripax Cherry Tobacco, which is nice, cherry tobacco. Then next up, I'm on the Vape Fly Siegfried mod with the Steam Crave Mini Robot. And with that focusing what looks like a bloody sea mine. It focuses in. Have you seen that?
That's pretty cool. Well, I kind of like that.
Yeah, so that's mouth to lung. And inside of that, I've got some Zeus Juice ZY4, 6 milligram. Then I've got my Steam Crave Adrenalite side-by-side mod with a Cafillo Artemis RTA. And inside of that, I've got some more Zeus Juice.
Zeus Juice?
And that's number 6, which is a menthol tobacco. That's quite nice. And then my last one, I'm on the Abyss, which packed up on me the other day. Now, I cracked the tank and I didn't know because this old tank section swivels around and there was a crack at the back of it. And I started getting leaking out the air holes at the front. And then it all went through the mod. So I had a bit of a problem because of them torque screws. So I didn't have a torque screwdriver. So I ordered a set of them from Amazon. So I ripped it all apart and it was flooded all inside, took buttons out, everything. Put it all back together. I cleaned it best I could. Anyway, I couldn't get it to work. It was going on 15 watts and going straight back down to 5 watts and no happening. And then we just cooked this tea and Mrs. says, put it in the oven for 5 minutes with the oven cooling down. So I put it in the oven. Don't do this at home, guys. Don't do this at home. Put it in the oven, left it in there for 10 minutes. Took it out, tried it again. It bloody works now. So I don't know. So
there you go. Magic
I'm on the base, and inside of that, I've got some cotton and cable, licorice, all sorts.
So you've got a home baked Abyss then.
Yeah, but they reckon there's been a lot of problems with them leaking, no matter what bloody tank you've got on it. So I don't know.
A lot of them run them in side by side mode, don't they, to try and combat that.
Yeah.
Go and preheat your oven now. Then ready.
15 minutes at 200 degrees. Take the battery out.
Have you given up with the bastard sauce, or have you not tried it yet?
I haven't mixed it up yet.
Okay.
We'll do that next week. So I'll pass it on to Mr. Pugs.
Right.
Oh, there.
I got a bit do a shout out for Sloan. He sent me some coils today for the Siri because the coils that you get with it, because it's a series deck, they're all right, but they're not great. And the coils that he sent me today are fucking amazing. They're rowdy as fuck and so hot they keep triggering the mod into too hot if I tan it too much. So I've got that on the what's your fucking never ever remember the name of it.
Ira.
Yeah, Irie thing. Got the Dovpo Reaver 200, which I got this week. They sent me the wrong colour, but I thought I'd keep it because I actually prefer this than the tan. Actually, I think it's quite nice. Got that with the Fat Rabbit V2. In that, I've got the what?
What colour did you order?
Tan leather, like the old one.
Reddish colour.
Yeah, this is dark blue, like a navy leather. It's all right. I couldn't be asked fucking sending it back because I'm lazy as fuck.
And also 4-0. You don't want red tonight, do you?
Why? Why do you have to fucking bring it up?
Did they get beaten by that much?
Can we not just not talk about football, please? Fucking hell. In that, I've got my typical bunch of bastards.
City fan by Monday.
I got my my lipo.
Be a Liverpool fan by Monday.
For fuck's sake. Golden Sunset by Serendipity in that. Got another lipo with Sweet Nirvana Serendipity with another Asgard with the Trinity glass cap. Fucking hell.
Glass cap.
One day I'll just learn how to say that properly. Another lipo with Serendipity. I've got the shit fucking Aspire thing that I really can't stand anymore. I hate it more because Phil was right about it.
Sky something in it.
I liked it when I got it. I like it. It's dead nice. It's just cool and cute, even though it looks like a bar of soap. But no, he was absolutely correct. It's a massive.
Looks like a rock you pick up off the beach.
It's so hard to change the wattage on it, and it's kind of touch screen, but not, and it's just fucking shit. It's just shit. I've got the Asgard Mini on that, and I've got NEVAN'S neon lemon bar in there, which I'm trying to fucking save some of this for the Expo, but it's about that much left in it now.
Don't put mine in the shit one. Don't put mine in the shit mod.
Doesn't matter because the RDA is really good. It's just power. It's just power. Got that coil out thing, which I've no idea what it's called, with the Nada, and that I've got NEVAN'S the Snob neon source. Got the Nova with the Drop V1.5, and now I've got NEVAN'S Slimer, which is absolutely unbelievable. Got the X200 with the recurve jewel, and that I've got the last one in his range, the Ginge, which is the Jamaican cake.
Is that nice, that one, Mr. Folks?
Yeah, it's fucking gorgeous. I've got the Steam Crave PWM with another Asgard with the glass cap. Yes, that's a glass cap. It just came out. Get in. With Chef's toffee popcorn ice cream, which I'm very impressed with, actually. It's very nice indeed. Now, did you watch Sloan's show last night with me on it?
Yes.
We did a little on old school stuff that we found, and I went rooting, and I was looking for the Rip Tripper Pharaoh because that was the first thing that I ever reviewed, and I didn't know about that Grubby had sent me a brand new iJoy Maxo because it's loud and ridiculous and shit. I thought that's perfect for Rip Tripper's mod, and I thought it kind of goes with it. And so I put it on there, and you know what? I'm really enjoying this setup. It tastes fucking great. It's ace, and it's 320 watt and 4 batteries. So I'm going to crack on using it. Fuck it. What else have I got? Oh, I've got the G-Class V2 with the Suicide on it. In that, I've got a salted caramel and pistachio cookie, which I made, which is quite nice. L200 with the Blotto Max, and in that I've also got my Tripical. And I've got the Gaia, the Ultrona Gaia with an RDA. Because they sent me the wrong colour of the Reaver, and I kind of wrote him a shitty email. He gave me a 10 quid voucher off it. So they had this Screamer RDA on there for 9 quid, so just bought that. It's actually all right. It's just a standard dual coil side airflow RDA. Works quite well. Goes all right with that. And the Target 200 with another Fat Rabbit, and in that I've got my Popstead. I've got some more stuff, but I've bored myself.
You're running the Pugs lipo.
I've done the Pugs lipo.
Leah?
What said
Oh
it.
shit! Yeah.
It was about 7 mods back.
Right, is that everybody done? I think yes. So that's a vape buffer, 50 minutes. So
Yeah,
cool with that. So we'll see who's in chat. So straight up at the top, we've got Simon 62. Good evening. Don't know who he is. We've got Sloan in, the Clout Cartel. Good evening, Sloan.
Hi, Sloan.
Second show last night with Mr. Pugs on. We've got the Vaping Snowman, Tonka, Hey Up Me Duck. We've got Mr. Intense in the house. Intense. We've got Graham, spelt the wrong way. Good evening, Graham. We've got Erin Jane in. Danny.
Evening.
Great love, great love.
Who was it?
Pineapples.
You know who it is.
I don't.
Mr. Nevans is in the house. Rufus Kane, all right, Rufus. Martin Z. Good evening, Martin is there. Scott Wood. Oh, Scott Wood's there now. Hey Up Me Duck. Vape Talk UK. Fee. Good evening, Fee.
Hi, Fee.
I've got Creed in the house. Good evening, Creed.
Hi, Creed.
Grateful Ant. Nicky Maynard, are you right, buddy? Graham, Net Reality. Good evening, Graham.
Graham.
Lynn Smith's in the house, Mr. Pugs.
All right. He knows what it means.
Dinosaurs, D-Vapes.
Evening, Darryl.
I don't know.
Free Ride Vapor. Evening, Gareth. Cheech 180. Good evening, Cheech. Doubling up. What was it? Bargain Vapes Live. Good evening, Paul. Vaping Mang. John the Vaping Joker. Good evening. Lizzie, Laura Knights. Good evening, Lizzie from Insta. We had on a few weeks back.
Welcome back.
Rianne. Good evening. Craig. There's your lovely Joe in the chat. Evening, Joe. Might see you later on.
Good evening, darling.
Oh, Graham Mabley. Right, Graham.
Hi, Graham.
Is it Mabley or Mabley?
Willow in the house. Good evening, Willow. Or good afternoon, should I say for you. Tim, Advocate for Liberty. Good evening.
Evening, Tim.
Hi, Tim. Hope you're feeling better.
Serendipity Mike. Good evening, Mike.
Hi.
Hi, Mike.
Mr. Des Turner, the legend that is. Mr. Des, good evening.
Hi, Des.
Evening, Des.
I feel like you need to start again now because we started saying hello to everybody, all of us, and I feel like we've missed a lot of people out. So you got to go back to the beginning and start again. So
don't mate. Really are. I think we're doubling up in names there. Just quickly flick through.
Brent's in. Evening, Brent.
Oh, Brent's in. Good evening, Brent. Oh, Phil's in. All right, Phil. Good evening.
Phil.
Hi, Phil.
Oh, Mr. Chris Doyle. Mr. Chris Doyle. Good evening, Chris.
Oh, Chris.
Oh, we're behind here. Oh, Christina. Black Rose Elixirs. Good evening, Christina. Right, that's it, guys. That's it. Into the end. Right. Vape Talk UK. Now then, who's a spokesperson for you four? Is it Mr. Martin?
No, that will
Who's
be
your
Mark.
leader?
That will be Mark. He's got the longest tenure.
So Mark, can you tell us a bit about Vape Talk UK? Now, this week's episode was 306, and I've noticed you've just got under 2K subs. Now, it's been going quite a few years, hasn't it? So how long have you four been as a team?
I think I've been in 5 years. Martin, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I've been in 5 years. Chandler, you were just after me, followed by Martin, and Dave's a new addition, a very welcome new addition.
A new edition. I'm just a guest that keeps coming back.
Yeah.
No, you're permanent.
I know that feeling very well.
He's not signed the contract yet. But no, we've been going a long time. Set up literally just for shits and giggles. That's all it was. Hit our peak probably 3 years ago or so.
Just before I joined, probably.
Yeah, probably. Hit our peak. Martin joined, gradually went downhill.
No, that was 3 years ago.
Yeah, no, it's just one of those that we've got. I think we've all been there.
Now we're closing it. So
when you've been doing it as long as we have, and sort of 5 years in, to give up so much of your time over those years, we've been close to calling it a day so many times. And I'll be honest, shut up, Matthew. I think if it wasn't for a recent lease of life, and Paul as well, good evening. If it wasn't for the new additions to the team, looking at the way we do things, because we did the same thing week in, week out, it tended to get a bit stagnant. So
yeah, like a year ago approximately, we started going into like repeating. We saw a lot of things in the industry, in the communities that were like just nothing was happening, and we kind of combined with that we have our own lives. We kind of lost the interest, but I think recently we've regained the interest in just. It's never been about we need 100 viewers or whatever. We go on to have a giggle and have some fun and talk a little bit about vape and that's it. And so yeah.
And I think historically we were always on the edge of high end, and I hate the word high end. And it did. At one point, it went a little bit down the pretentious route, but I think we've steered it well away from the pretentious route now. Whilst, with a Caliburn, Martin, you sat there with what, $5 worth of kit on your desk, and you're sucking on a Caliburn. But I think we've kind of gone back to what is community, and for us, that's what it was all about. And I think that community's slowly coming back from what it was. You go back when I started vaping, 10 years ago, from having very little community to an amazing community, and then all of a sudden the community changed, and that was when
it was all advertising. It wasn't a community. It turned into an advertising instead. It was all about this new from Landy, this new from Spire. It was like a billboard of advertising that influxed on the community and changed it, in my opinion, in a bad way. Because
it wasn't just that. It was I know exactly. I co-own a forum, and I know what the community was like back in the day, because I've been vaping about 11 years, and I did all the forums. I used to review on all the forums. And the forums were very exciting, very vibrant places back in the day, and it just literally within a year died off. And it's only because it wasn't new anymore. It was new then. It was only 4 or 5 years old. So as a mainstream thing was 3, 4, 5 years old. So everyone was just jumping in, and it was great, and everyone was having a laugh. But then it just became a normal thing, and people stopped integrating in the forums, and it died off a little bit. It was natural. It was always going to happen. It's still going though. It's still there. The life is still there. It's just not as busy as it used to be. And plus, with the majority of vapers these days vaping disposables and convenience vapes, they're not really interested in hobbyist vapers, which is what you get in forums and places like that. The community is based on hobbyist vapers.
Yeah, no, and I think that's what the community needs. I'm still involved, and again, pretentiously in the high end. And the high end used to be that very community driven, lovely place to be, and now it's now backstabby, bitchy, horrible. It's not a nice place to be anymore. Which is
not forget Beggy.
Another reason why I stepped back a year or so ago and quietened off and kind of lost interest in it. But you keep your toe in the water, don't you? You see what's going on, what's happening, what's changing, what's not changing, what's being re-released, and try and avoid the drama at all.
There's only so much you can do.
Because you dual stream, don't you? YouTube and Twitch.
Yeah.
Like Laura does. Laura Knight.
Actually, recently we've dabbed in the idea of opening a second ASMR channel.
Well, the reason we went over to Twitch was, a year or two back. Oh God, it was probably about 2 or 3 years now, isn't it? When all the YouTube channels were slowly disappearing, when there was that really anti-vape thing on YouTube, and people's channels were getting shut down.
They're still on with it now. They brought some new bloody rules and regulations out. Jesus.
Yeah, it goes in waves, doesn't it? But we basically thought, well, what about Twitch? And it seems Twitch is basically our main platform, isn't it? And the YouTube is a secondary stream.
Our YouTube is posterity. However, it's picked up more recently, and I think that's probably down to Simon and the crew. I know a lot of your followers have popped in to say hello, and they've come across on the YouTube route. The beauty for us with Twitch is being able to interact immediately. There's so little lag. When we were, when you're working on 40, 50-second delays with YouTube, it's very difficult to engage with an audience.
By the time you ask chat a question, and you have to sit and wait a minute before any response comes through.
Yeah, and also I
then
think
it gets lost, doesn't it?
In the time I've been on the show, we very much had an understanding that we want to do a show with the viewers, not for the viewers, and therefore the less lag there is or delay, that gives better opportunities for that.
If you watch a lot of YouTube, if you watch a lot of YouTube, a lot of the interaction is YouTubers responding to comments. Very little asking for comments, because it just takes so long to get the response back.
Yeah.
So then, guys, can you tell me, each one of you, when did you start vaping? Can you remember your first device and your first e-liquid?
Yes.
I'll go first because mine's probably the most recent one. So it was about 2016, I think. I started vaping, and the thing that actually got me vaping permanently, because I did the dual fuel thing for a while, but it was a Nautilus Mini, and the juice was basically a Red Bull flavored vape. It's like Turo Rouge is what it was called from the place I used to get it from. But it's basically, it was a Red Bull energy drink, and that's what got me started on vaping. And then I moved quite quick. But once I get into something, I move quite quickly. So I just started accumulating stuff quite quickly and got into the community quite quickly through watching different YouTube channels and stuff like that.
So I just spotted pork pie in chat, and NEVAN'S. I was doing
Please just mute Paul or something.
I actually live in Melton Mowbray, so.
So yeah, so his favourite is obviously a Cornish pasty.
Long live the Cornish pasty.
Why? I started vaping way back in 2010. It was around about May, June time, 2010, and I know that because my daughter was born in the April, my youngest, and it was, you know, I tried to give up smoking when my eldest was born 5 years prior and failed. So I thought it was about time I did something different, and this was before bricks and mortar, so there were no bricks and mortar shops whatsoever. And I managed to find that I live in Sheffield. Mirage, I don't know if you remember, well, they're still about. Mirage e-cigarettes was a big player back in that point, and you could get them online. But I noticed they were based in Sheffield. And Craig, who was still is the owner, I emailed him and said, "Can I come to your shop?" And he said, "I haven't got a shop, but you can come to me. Come to my office." And I went. And I got it was a cigar-like, I can't remember what it was called, but basically it was just a
glowy end.
It was glowy end. You could get, obviously it started off looking like an e-cig, but I remember him he says, "Oh, what do you think of these?" And he'd got a silver one with a blue LED at the end, and it was like, oh, wow, blue LEDs. I mean, bloody hell. And it was with the plastic carto with a bit of tiny bit of cotton in it that you soak the liquid into, and a bridge on the atomizer. Oh yeah! Oh my god, they were awful. I don't know how it worked, but I got off vaping I got off smoking from using that, and the e-liquid was, I can't exactly remember the name. It was something like Limbert and Bottler flavored e-liquid. Yeah, basically because that just happened to be the brand that I was smoking at the time. So it was like, all right, I'll try that. So yeah, it was just a tobacco flavor. So there you go. That was me back in 2010.
So Chandler, you're from Sheffield, you say?
Yeah.
Mark's from Melton Mowbray.
Yeah.
Where are you from, Dave?
I'm originally from London, but now I live in Birmingham.
Birmingham. And Martin said you're from over the seas, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm from just outside Copenhagen, Denmark.
Oh, I went to Copenhagen in my younger days.
Mm-hmm.
Touch the mermaids and statue.
The Little Mermaid is a big disappointment. I'm just going to say, if anyone comes to Copenhagen, don't waste your time. Buy a postcard or something instead.
Before I start the vaping journey, what's the state of play with vaping in Copenhagen, Denmark as a rule?
So we just had the final phase of a flavor ban, which was inflicted on April 1st, which led to the final banning of everything besides tobacco and mint or menthol. Mint. But apparently there's a way of interpreting the law so you can actually have tobacco with whiskey, with additions. And because cigarettes are also infused with things like sugar, chocolate, and different flavorings, it's actually okay to have a tobacco flavor with something else. So it's a shit show, to be honest. I'm glad I know a guy who has 2 shops who can get everything wholesale from overseas. So I'm pretty settled. But basically, all flavors are gone, as we've seen in some states in the US, and I think they're on the final stage of implementing it in the Netherlands as well. Stupid rule like the children are being attracted to lollipops and candy and shit like that. So, but I started vaping actually first time in around 2011. back then you couldn't sell anything here with nicotine, so it was like sorry.
No.
Who's speaking?
Was that
You're
you?
right, Martin. It was you. I think it was a bit of an echoey feedback.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, back then you couldn't sell anything with nicotine. I remember my father, he had those cigarettes. He started, and you had to go buy on a web shop, and then you message him an email afterwards saying, please make this and this milligram, because they only sold it in zero. So I went on some kind of a Craigslist kind of thingy, a Danish portal for selling used stuff, like going to this guy's house, and he had it on his coffee table, the Ego tea, and all his like 10 milliliter bottles. They said 0 milligrams because for customs and shit. And I still have 2 of the bottles from back then, like some Beluga. Stupid shit. They're like 12 years old now. So that didn't take on. It lasted like 6 months, and I quit and went back to the cigarettes. Then 2018, my friend took me to a vape shop, and I got a Cuboid Mini and as my first device. And I think it was some elderflower juice or something like that. And yeah, then it just went on from there. It started with like one device, and then it ended up being a hobby and building your own, and RTAs, RDAs, thousands of quids worth of whatever I've bought over the years. Got into a lot of all the high-end groups where you have to be able to get stuff if you're lucky and shit like that. So yeah, and now I'm just like recent year and a half, I've just really lost the interest and discovered salt nicks and Caliburns. So that's the journey up and down, so to say. And Paul, go F yourself. That's Paul in chat.
Like, what? What did I do? Shit.
Sorry.
So soon.
I can't hear it off, but usually
No, for me, my story was pretty much the same as Chandler's. 10, 11 years ago, whatever it was, with the glowy tip ciggy lights. Moved on from there. For me, I never dual fueled. It was always once I stopped. Moved on from there onto Egos and CE4s. 36 milligram.
Ooh.
Strong shit. Kind of found my level sort of 12 milligram. And it was all downhill from there.
Downhill.
Went on to anyone remember drilling out Cartos and
Pugs, Mike? He'll drill out RTAs now, don't you, Pugs?
Depends what they are. I drilled out the Blotto Max, but you know, I just needed a little bit more air for it to suit me.
2 seconds, guys.
So, the issue on that. The rest of it's fine.
back in the day, everything came with literally pinhead holes.
It did. I drilled out lots of stuff in the past. I've drilled out a lot of things. So now when I get to it, it's not quite enough, I don't even hesitate. I just get the drill out. Make it mine.
So Mark, from the live shows I've seen, are you in the vaping industry? Is it e-liquid?
I was in the vape industry for a very long time. Ran shops online and a lab as well. There we go. So yes, I was heavily involved in the industry for a long time. Luckily, we were involved from a retail point of view, and another one. You guys have got more than I have. Lost my train of thought now.
Sorry.
All right. No. So a lot of the stuff when we first started in retail, the only decent stuff you'd be able to get was from the States. So, we became known for getting what you wanted from the States, and it was back in the glory days when you were selling 18 quid bottles of 30ml juice with a pipette in.
And the rest.
Oi, Josh.
Some of it was more expensive than that.
Yeah. Well, we had. Oh God, can't think. Most expensive juice we had on the shelf. We had things like Lupa come in, and it was incredibly hard to find on wholesale, especially on export to the UK. And they were £35 for a 30ml bottle.
I used to pay 25 for mother's milk back in the day.
Yeah, no. I was only saying on Vape Talk UK the other week, one of our best sellers all day long, before Flawless hit the UK, when it was a US brand and you couldn't get it over here, there was a juice called Game Over, and it was their first juice line. They did a handful after that, but Game Over was their thing. Back then it was probably $2 to $1 on the pound. We used to pay $7 a bottle, and it used to go on our shelf at 25 quid.
Yeah.
Obviously, the cost on import and the duty and the VAT, because we did everything properly.
That's not just because you're being a cheeky bastard.
No. That was the rate. We hear a lot about stuff being flipped and everything else, but back then you just couldn't get it, and it was
15 quid for 30ml was good.
Yeah, it was back then. It was the only thing anybody ever wanted was American imported juice. That's everybody wanted that. That's where all the best flavors were.
And that's what we did. We forged those relationships over in the States, and we got it over here. That was.
What about Malaysia? Wasn't Malaysia popular?
No, it was before. It was before.
That came after with the WF-23 and the Horny.
Yeah.
It's like fogging out with the Batman's juices what come out last year, year before, and I don't know. We just Flawless getting that in. What it Flawless to somebody else, but that would have to get into country, wasn't it?
Which one?
Fogging out with the Batman's line of juices,
right? But yes, no, I've been involved for a while, Simon. Both from a manufacturer point of view and an import point of view. 5 pawns, blimey.
5 pots, fucking hell.
Cast and aged in oak barrels and £3 a milliliter.
Was it Martin Rock? No, that's not right. Or is it? Did the Grand Reserve? Who did that one?
Yeah, that was 5 pounds. Reserve. That was the banana, wasn't it?
No, it was coffee. It's like a coffee liqueur.
I think it was Philip Rock. Philip Rock was
liquids. Quite well known.
Castle Rock.
Oh, that's it, Rufus. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Future juice. Yeah. Future juice stocks. Fogging out at the Batman one's juice line. So, any of you for DIY mixers then? Because we've got Mr. NEVAN'S who was
Chandler is.
I do.
Chandler is.
It just took about 60 litres of concentrate from me when I shut down. So
like massive bottles of. Basically, you just went. Anybody want this? Because otherwise, I'm just going to chuck it in the bin. I'm like. So I've just got a load of random flavors in the cupboards in ridiculously large bottles.
I just done that with my stash. I just give away my stash. I give away 800 flavors just because I ain't got time. I ain't got time.
I get to work on consultancy rather than developing anymore. It's just the time involved in the development. Great, once you've got it right, send it off, get it gassed, made it into a single concentrate, job's a good one, but it's that time involved in developing, testing, blind testing. It's just
From my point of view, my taste buds are not overly smart, so for me to mix from scratch was difficult. But now you can buy such a good juice. You know, you can pay 15 quid for a bottle of juice, 100 ml of juice, and it's banging. And to spend 3 or 4 weeks trying to perfect a mix, and you know probably by the time you've done it, it ends up costing you 6-7 quid for the concentrates. And you've got a nice mix, and you've put your heart into it and you've done it. But to just go to a shop or go online and buy a bottle of juice, for me personally, is a no-brainer.
Absolutely.
I have this horrible habit of taking like a one shot or a pre-mixed juice and going, it's really nice, but it'd be really good if it had
just that. I don't
know, strawberry or
he gets his bottle of WF-23 out, and that's where he ruins it.
And I have ruined so many bottles of liquid by just thinking, it'd be really good if I do this.
The liquid itself is still vapeable, and it's a waste if you throw it away. So if somebody sends you a liquid, it's happened to me recently on the show when someone sent me one to do a test, and it was just like a marshmallow flavor, and I thought that sounds nice, and soon realized it just tasted like an unfinished liquid to me. It was an additive. So I just bumped a load of stuff in it. No, it's all right. It's fixed it.
And stuff. I'd got this liquid this flavor. I'd got perfected this kiwi mix. It was beautiful, and it used Hangson liquid. And I bought some more. It was always clear. I bought some more, and it came, and the next lot came, and it was brown. I'm like, okay, that's a bit weird. So I messaged them and said, no, it's exactly the same. They've just changed it slightly. So I bunged it in. I bought 30 mils of it. So I bunged it in and made 150 mil of the concentrate of the recipe. Tried it, and they changed the concentration of the kiwi mix. It was way too strong. It'd gone from me adding like 9% of it down to 0.5%.
Oh, really?
I've now worked. Yeah, they changed it that much.
They just diluted it.
Yeah, they'd made it really concentrated, and So if anybody wants 150 mil of really strong kiwi flavor,
get in touch.
That sounds really Asian. I remember fucking Flavor. They did that when they went from 60 milliliters to 50. They literally just took out, they took out that part without making it more concentrated, because you then had to put in 10 milliliters of a Nick shot. It was so clear and obvious for a time there, and they lost a lot of customers on that shit show.
One thing that will make you cry: we used to manufacture for a Canadian brand, a Canadian e-liquids. In my experience, are overcomplicated. Very, very overcomplicated.
Wasn't Neon Fog, was it?
No. 15, 16 flavors in this particular one I'm talking about now.
Wow.
And there was some confusion in the recipe, and we ended up binning 125 liters of this mix.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And obviously everything was under NDA. We couldn't keep it. It couldn't be given away. It was just binned, and that was over 2%. 2% of pear. 2% of pear. That was over.
Oh my god! Really?
Anyway, Mr. Pugs and Mr. Danny, you got some vape mail today, didn't you? Not?
We did, yeah.
So,
do you know what I can say? Because I know that Phil and Chrissy are in chat, and I was talking to Phil today about it, and he said like he was incredibly fussy about the hoodies, and that's why they've had loads of issues with it. And fucking absolutely blinding quality these.
I know, right? I mean, even to the ends. You know what I mean?
Power is top notch. I mean, I've spent a ridiculous amount of money on hoodies in the past, and they've not even been close to this quality. Really, really nice embroidery. It's fucking top.
Mr. Pugs, you've taken up modelling, haven't you, today? Modelling.
I did some modelling pictures for him, today.
Don't burn my eyes again, Si. Please don't burn my eyes.
At all.
Oh,
God.
Hey, that there is how you model a fucking hoodie. Right there. You can chuck a knot in them butt cheeks, let me tell you.
I also got some other vape mail this week, Si.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I didn't have it. I left it at work for the Wednesday live, so I thought, fuck it, I'll bring it home tonight for the Saturday night. So I took advantage of Graham. Not that sounds really wrong. I took advantage of Graham's birthday sale for Amatorium, and I ended up picking up all the flavors that I hadn't tried previously. Also buying myself another bottle of Lemon Pocket because it's like fucking crack. I got the Country Fudge. I got another bottle of Lemon Pocket. I got the Vitalized Mint Cake. Manna banana custard because that's really nice, and I've never had a banana custard just as good. And the Glamour Raspberry Ripple, which I didn't think I'd like because again it's raspberry, but it's really nice.
Told you.
Hiya, Zippy. I haven't seen Zippy come in chat.
Evening, Zippy.
Sloan.
Had to Photoshop out the wrinkles.
Oh, there you go.
The thing is now, Pugs, I'm gonna have to one up you. I'm gonna have to one up you now.
Mr. Pugs and myself, we haven't received ours today with post, so
I did.
Me, I didn't.
Obviously, I did. Not Pugs, no bad.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Nevans, sorry, but Jesus. Me and Mr. Nevans, sorry.
Is that picture of my ass? It's thrown you, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's thrown me.
You're all this. Go to the toilet and sort yourself out and then come back.
I'm going to have to compete with you now, Pugs. I'm going to have to do one, aren't I?
Release the schlong.
Stockers are suspended. Stockers are suspended.
Please don't.
Ned, is Neon Source like fully released now, right?
No, it's not released yet. I'm just waiting on something magical, and then
what, like a fucking miracle or something?
No. The juice is ready to go. It's all fucking.
Oh, okay.
It's all done. I'm just waiting for a little extra panache.
Are you waiting for me, Nebs?
Mate, I get paid next Friday.
Are you waiting for me?
Yeah, what?
Yeah, but it's all good, Scott, because I asked you late. I asked you late on, didn't I? So
I'll get cracking. I'll get them done this week.
No, don't go out your way, mate. Honestly, it'll wait.
All right, cool.
Have you got some kicking about, Nebs?
Yeah.
Because I get paid next Friday, and I'll come and see you. I really want to try the Slimer.
You're gonna get them anyway, but I tell you what I can do. I can send the Slimer, and then I'll just send the rest of them when I send the reviewers package.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Thanks.
Is it time for Nick Talk?
Yeah, do that. Do it.
Danny. Hey, Danny. just watch.
Okay.
Very good, very nice. Very good, very nice. Hello, sexy pineapple.
Babe,
Yeah,
you know Staples sells staples, right?
yeah. Where are you going?
Let me think about that. Would I? No, I fucking wouldn't.
Well, look who it is. Ginger pubes and sad act.
When your door sounds like Steven Gerrard.
Of course.
Jane, what the fuck are you doing? Jane, what are you doing? Jane!
Hey, yo, dog, kick the ball, bro. Kick the ball. Bro, I'll give you $20, bro. It was just a prank. The ball's on the string, bro. The ball's on the string. I'll give you $20.
Give it to me right now. Hurry up, bro.
Fuck, I don't got it.
Check out my trick.
Filthy and stinking, but undeniably lovely.
Hey, seriously, if you just tell me whose this is, I'm not going to be upset.
It's yours. I'm telling you. There's
It's
no
not
other girls
mine.
You almost got the cheese touch.
Hi guys, marriage tip 43. When your wife gets home from work, ask her what she's making for dinner. She will know that you care about the family.
Oh dear, dear. Nice one, Nick. Very good, very good. Well, not very good, Danny.
Was that NEVAN'S actually making that noise?
Yeah.
He did that really well.
Oh, Phil's asking a question, Mr. Nev.
I'm predicting just before Expo, I think. I'm predicting.
That's convenient. You're going to take them with you?
I might take
Give
some
me
with
back.
me, yeah.
Did you get your bag searched on the way in?
I'm not sure.
I'm not either. I thought about it today because I'm taking a load of liquid in with me. Not to sell, to give away. But
Would that not be a given, being it's a big arena?
yeah, that's what I was thinking today. So I don't know if I can bring all this liquid in for everyone.
I guess they search you, but I don't know whether they have an issue with it.
Well, you're not going to want people going into the expo to sell things if you've not got a stall.
No, that's true. Yeah, true.
So, Mark, Chandler, and Dave, I don't know about Martin, are any of you going to Expo in a couple of weeks?
Expo's had enough money off me. This will be the best part of 50, 60 grand a year. I'm done with Expo. No, I'll be in the States this year, so I've managed to avoid it.
But me and Dave are going.
Yeah, we're going under, well, probably joint things as VT UK representative and as VVRP representatives, which is our other guys, which is the podcast we do every couple of weeks with our friend Jimmy Parker.
Did you get your press passes yet?
I'm sure Chandler's in the process of organising those.
I am indeed, actually. Yes, I am. I am on with that.
So we might
response.
We might get them by the time it's time to go to the expo. Yeah. So we'll be going to do that.
It's all fun that we wander around the arena with a microphone and scare people with it, which is always fun.
So, will you be there on a Saturday?
Yes. My intention is that I'm going on the Saturday. Yes.
So you might see the rest. I'm not going personally because I haven't got my passport sorted out.
Yeah,
I need a yacht passport. But you might see these lads. Where will you lads be? At the bar.
Just look for the guy who's handing out liquids from his bag.
So basically, in that case, if I run into you on the Saturday, can we interview you for the podcast?
100%.
Yeah, of course.
Excellent.
It depends on what time of the day, by the way. If you're it's going to be mid afternoon, the chance I might be absolutely shit faced. So,
Bugs will be sold by 11 or 12 o'clock.
So in that case, for sheer comedy value, I'm going to wait until about 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Is that all right?
Absolutely. You can edit it in. So
I would probably be
So Chandler,
Chandler's pretty used to like bleeping out words in the podcast.
Chandler, where can people find this podcast then?
So if you want to find it, basically just go onto your favorite podcast platform and search for the vaguely vaping related podcast, and you should find it. It's on Spotify, it's on iTunes, SoundCloud, It's hosted on SoundCloud, but you can find it anywhere you can find a podcast. So
Just
vaguely
don't
vaping
listen
related
to it.
podcast.
Don't listen to it in the car because you'll crash.
Yeah.
Yeah. There have been several instances when Chandler's used a sound effect of a car crashing.
Yes.
And we have had comments from listeners and friends of ours to say, I was driving when I listened to this and I nearly crashed my fucking car. So, yeah, but be careful with that.
Yeah.
What you mean by that? Zippy, I need a tool. What you mean by that? A spanner?
Yeah, give her a spanner. Give Zippy a spanner.
Spanner.
Anyway, I've just noticed Mike Haynes is in chat. So, Mike, big love, brother. I did catch your interview you did this week on Good Morning Britain, I think it was. Very moving.
I saw that.
Yeah, very moving piece, that Mike.
Inspirational bloke. I can't.
Yeah.
He's for what he's gone through and what he's come out the other side is amazing. Absolutely amazing.
So for people in chat, if you haven't seen that interview, it's on the YouTube. You can get it on YouTube. Is it? Good Morning Britain. Is that the program that we're on?
I think so.
Good
Yeah.
Morning Britain. So
I think it was Good Morning Britain.
Mike Haynes, you'll be able to get that interview up. So yeah.
Yeah, outstanding. And what he's doing now, going forward, is amazing. It's just, you see some of the stuff on Instagram and it's awe inspiring. It's got a lot of time for the way that's going. Definitely.
You talking about Mike? I only seen that.
Yeah, Mike. Yeah. Global Acts of Unity.
Did you see him on TV last week?
Yeah, it's outstanding. It's it's very, very humbling to watch. Very humbling to watch. Yeah.
It makes people want to be nicer to each other. Not me, because I'm a cunt, but it makes them nicer to each other. You got your work cut, Mike. I mean, it's a challenge. You can try.
Mr. Nevans, Yorkshireman's handshake time. Now, I want you to pick out a football team, any football team out of the 92 English football clubs.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
So put that in private chat. So let's go into his brand.
Has it got to be a good one or a bad one?
Give me anybody. So, guys, the Yorkshireman handshake rules: over 18 years old to participate, UK residents only. Caster's decision is final. You have until the following Thursday to reply. So let's.
Hi, Joe.
Hiya, you're right.
Hi, Joe.
How are you?
Hello.
Nice to meet everybody else who I don't know. Hiya.
Martin, Mark, and Dave. This is my lovely wife.
Hiya.
Joe.
Hiya.
Jofo, as we lovingly call it.
Jofo.
We
That was
feel
Scott's.
for you, Joe.
So, guys, I'll just run the Yorkshireman's handshake bumper.
Savage Simon 62 presents the Yorkshireman's handshake. Sponsored by Big D Vapes. Visit Big D Vapes, Holmesburg and Slough. Stay classy, Vape Premium.
Get yourself down to Big D Vapes in Slaithwaite, also Holmfirth and Slough. I call it Slaithwaite, but it's actually Slough. Have a look down there for some of their great deals that they're doing.
Thank you, Luke. So for this week, we've got another box of Inivap 50ml short fill, and this one is a icy cotton candy mystery e-liquid, and you get a.
I've had that. It's nice.
You get a 10ml ice Nick shot with it. Also, we've got a tub of Fuse Clapton Oxford coils, very good coils them, and also we've got a Oxford little bangle thing. So, guys, in chat, you have to name the team what NEVAN'S has picked out of the 92 English football teams. So, put your guesses in, guys. So it can be the Premiership, the Championship, all the way down.
Oh, okay.
It's in private chat. So we've got Manchester United, Chris Doyle. Crystal
Too bad
Palace,
for a mention then.
Brighton and Hove Albion. Man City, Brighton, Oxford, Tottenham, Enfield Town. Well, they aren't in the Football League, are they? Charlton, Arsenal, Leyton Orient, Wolves.
Didn't we
Chelsea.
have 9 before?
You what?
Didn't we have 9 before? Where's Martin?
Oh, he's gone out. Oh, sorry, he's down there. I didn't know he popped out. Sorry. I was looking at it. Sorry, I didn't know he
Sorry, clicked the wrong button.
He got excited with the Yorkshireman's handshake.
Burnley, Deadpool FC,
I
West
thought that
Ham,
meant something else.
Plymouth, Derby, Nottingham Forest, West Bromwich Albion. Mr. Intense! Mr. Intense! That's the one. West Bromwich Albion! Mr. Intense. Oh, where's my Billy Banner gone now? Where are you, Mr. Luke?
Do you want it? Do you want it? Do you want it? Simon's spinning wheel.
So, congratulations. Huddersfield feels good.
What are you drinking, Joe?
Mr. Intense, do you want it? Yeah or nay?
Sicilian lemon, gin, and tonic.
We like Sicilian lemon.
Yeah, I'm gonna get on some gin later.
Hey,
Yeah.
it's in the gin, you big woman.
I fucking love gin. I'll be
Oh, hang
drinking.
on, hang
at
on,
Expo.
hang on.
I'll be drinking gin at Expo.
Mr. Intense says, can I piff it to my canes? You
No.
certainly can,
My
sir.
cane's a very worthy winner if it goes to mine.
Nice.
Well done, Mr. Intense. You certainly can piff it to my canes. So, thanks for that. No problems.
Nice one, Mr. Intense. It's very less intense then for a second.
Happy days.
Yes.
Who knew?
Right, let me go into comments. What time? All right. So, I think it's time for some questions for you guys because I didn't do any last week.
Oh, fucking hell, this is going to take a while.
There we go. So, I've got some quick fire questions, yay or nay. So, for our guests. So, who starts first and we'll follow it on. So, Martin, your first answer, and then next person can say the answer.
No, don't ask Martin because I've just seen his fucking comment in chat about Man United. You're absolutely.
Martin, pizza or a burger?
Burger. And then I pass it on.
Yeah, Chandler,
Pizza.
Mark.
Pizza.
Oh, you had one overnight.
Pizza.
I changed every week.
Dave.
I'll go burger.
Oh, burger. So Dave will go opposite way now. So tea or coffee?
Coffee.
Not of a previous one, Danny.
Mark.
Oh, me? Coffee.
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 Right, beer or lager? Martin.
None.
None.
That makes perfect sense with your Man United comment. You saying that?
Beer.
Yeah, beer.
Mark.
IPA, if not IPA lager. So
I knew you'd say IPA. You look like an IPA drinker.
no, I do. I still like a good lager.
I'm not judging you. I'm just saying.
I like a bad lager.
At least you pulled up a can of Stella, so you kind of redeem yourself.
It was
there a
cans of
little bit.
Stella that got us through some of the
Isn't Stella wife beater still?
I've just got a new can of lager. It's that Ukrainian one, what they get shipped over here, and all profits are going to the. So,
Does it taste like shit?
that tastes quite nice, actually. It's a best-selling lager, that one. So we've got them in Morrison's. It's back at 10. So don't support the way the cars.
I was in bargains. I was in bargains this week, last weekend. So you'd be pleased to know.
Oh,
Did bag.
pick out-
I was in there.
Once a year, that'll do.
Yeah.
So,
Why don't you go and see what they sell in shit?
We always stop on the beer aisle and look and go, "Ah, Simon."
Oh, there's Simon.
Simon.
Hang on. Dave, did you say beer or lager?
Yeah, out of the two, I'll say lager, but I'd prefer to have Guinness.
Oh, Guinness. Oh, I've been trying to get that coffee Guinness. I can't find it anywhere, though. Have you got it in that? Asda, Joe?
What
That
kind of Guinness?
Coffee.
Coffee. It's a
I've
new
not
one, a
seen
coffee Guinness.
No, I've not seen it.
Oh.
I've not even heard of it.
Right, Dave. Marmite or peanut butter on either?
Ooh. I have to say peanut butter, but I like both, but for personal reasons now, it's peanut butter over Marmite.
Interesting.
Interesting. What do you mean by that?
Can't just say that.
I'll say as well. No, I suffer from excess acid, and Marmite now kicks it off badly. But I used to eat nothing but Marmite for years, so now
that might be why you've got the excess acid.
Honestly, I thought he was going to say that his dog preferred peanut butter to Marmite.
Is what?
His dog preferred peanut butter to Marmite.
That's nowhere to talk about my girlfriend.
Right, Mark. Peanut butter.
Marmite. Peanut butter can get in the bin.
Yeah, peanut butter is rank, so I'd have out of the two, it'd have to be Marmite.
Yeah,
Martin,
Marmite
do
for
you
the
know
win.
what Marmite is?
Peanut butter all the way. Marmite can get in the bin. All the
Right, Martin. Pringles or Doritos?
Pringles.
Favorite flavor? Favorite flavor?
Oh, original. Actually, I think.
Yes, living the dream. There you go, Nev.
Wrong with that.
You haven't tried the kebab flavor yet, then?
I have tried that. Yes.
Yeah, I've not tried it.
Yeah, you have. I've been drunk. I bought them and I got 2 tubes.
I don't remember that.
Kids might nail them a bit.
Chandler, same question. Pringles or Doritos?
Barbecue Pringles.
Oh.
Salt and vinegar Pringles. The nummier the better.
Ew. Salt and vinegar can just get in the bin. No.
Yeah. And as usual, Mark's gone for the right option, which is salt and vinegar Pringles. So
I like cheesy ones.
follow
They're
in.
good. Chive and some
Sour cream and
sour
chive.
cream chive.
Are you not enough cheese, Pugs?
No,
Cheese is really
I
bad
can
for him,
always bring
but
more
he just
cheese.
will always eat cheese. And he brings the cheese.
Matt says Marmite and peanut butter together on toast.
Oh,
Matt, you can get in the bin.
Matt, I've done that before, Matt. Yeah.
Right,
I'm not saying
Dave.
It's a no from me.
I've never tried it.
Ultimate question would be crunchy or smooth peanut butter.
Smooth.
Crunchy.
Neither. It's wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very wrong.
I'm with you.
I'd agree, Matt. It's very, very wrong.
What was the question?
Well, next question, Dave.
Peanut
What's your
butter.
favorite meal?
Favorite meal.
That's a new one.
That would be my mother's homemade macaroni and cheese.
Oh. Mark?
Oh, you put me on the spot here.
Pork pie.
Well, yeah.
On brand.
Would it be wrong to say pizza again?
Nope.
No.
And she's not listening. She's not listening, but I'm going to suck up to the missus. Her homemade chicken and leek pie.
Oh, chicken and leek pie.
Nice.
Chicken leek and ham.
Mark, do you like pork pies? We have to ask the question because of where you live.
Yeah, but I'm a bit of a snob.
Of course you are. You're from Melon Mowbray.
Yeah, no, I like a nice peppery pork pie. I do like them. I don't eat them very often, but here it's tradition on Christmas morning: pork pie and champagne.
Bot brand champagne.
Oh,
I can get one of that.
Yeah, I might make that.
That is posh.
Really
Yeah.
good.
I wouldn't say posh, Martin. It's
half
pretentious.
It's
So, Martin, your favourite meal?
I'm gonna have to need to say it has to be done the right way, but then butter chicken with naan. Fuck the rice.
I do like butter chicken. It's fit.
But I only like the types that are like the ones that have the orange color that are sweet. Usually they're made with raisins, which isn't really a real original butter chicken as they do in India.
What's your favorite national dish?
Yeah.
Like from my country.
Copenhagen, yeah.
That will be something that
Yorkshire pudding.
we don't do these over here.
You do the herring.
I would say we have these like open sandwiches. I think that's the best way to translate it. Rye bread with some things on it. Smørgåsbord. If you've heard of the Swedish also.
Smorgasbord, yeah, it's like a variation stuff.
That one with shrimp and egg.
Nice.
And I thought you were going to say bacon, Martin.
Yeah, isn't it?
Danish bacon
with a side of
Lego.
Lego.
We all of the good bacon to mainly Britain, actually. So we keep all the shit.
I eat most of it.
Right. Right. Next question. Favorite chocolate bar, Martin?
Actually, with all the things that we also have here, Cadbury's.
Cadbury's.
Any particular Cadbury's chocolate bar? Just Cadbury's Dairy Milk.
Standard Dairy Milk.
Plain milk chocolate one, actually.
Yeah. Okay.
Chandler.
I'm going to be a bit left field. A Boost.
Oh,
Boost.
Star bars.
Which one? Peanut, the peanut Boost then?
No, that can get in the fecking.
Marmite Boost.
Marmite Boost.
Marmite peanut butter Boost.
Oh, that was the worst thing ever when someone gave me some Marmite crisps and you're not expecting it. You know, the Marmite.
Marmite crisps.
What, even without it written on the packet?
Twiglets.
Well, you know, when someone just handed, I'll have a crisp, and you know, you
Oh,
just stick
right,
your hand
yeah.
in, you know, that was like, what
You
flavour
don't
is
like
this?
Twiglets, I presume? You don't like Twiglets then?
I can't stand Twiglets.
Oh, look.
Twiglets in a cheese sandwich. Oh,
Get in.
bang
I'm
on.
going to go foreign and go out there and say a dime bar.
A dime bar.
Dime bar. Oh, class.
A dime bar.
Armadillos.
Yeah, I
Dave,
love
what's
that
yours
advert.
I'll just go for a nice little double decker.
Double decker. Oh, you still get them.
Yeah.
When Happy Days raisins up because these raisins in them. Double deckers used to have raisins in them. They took them out.
Mark,
They're
how would you,
without.
Double deckers
how would
used
you
to have
know? How would you normally eat a dime bar? Would you bite the chocolate off first and then eat the middle?
What would you do?
What? No, I nibble.
Oh, no. Jump it.
Oh no! I bit the
I'm a
chocolate off the
nibbler.
outside and ate the hard bit in the middle.
Do you like to give it a good suck? Suck the chocolate off. And
Oh, I definitely yeah.
Yeah, you know Danny.
I like the little dime bars that you can get in the airport.
I was too young
They're
then.
the best.
See, double deckers used to have raisins in.
Double deckers used to be good. Now they're single decker. The fucking recession.
That's a shrinking thing. You know, you make it smaller, but you keep the price, so you don't have to.
Yeah.
Shrinkflation.
yeah, it's still £3.50 return.
Yeah, you know, a fun size for the same price as a full bar.
Right. Next question, Dave. What was your first car?
My first car, I don't drive.
Oh, right.
So I've never owned a car. So my first
car you ever
was,
drove, if you've ever driven a car.
Yeah, I've never driven. It was a go-kart. A go-kart. That's the only thing I've ever driven.
Go-kart. Oh, yeah, I used to have a go-kart when I was a kid.
How'd you get about? If you don't drive, bike.
How to get about? No, I basically I walk everywhere or I get the train.
No, I can basically fly.
Danny, you were driving Saturday night, weren't you?
Don't know what you're talking about.
You were driving.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Down to Wrighting Avenue.
Have you never driven, Danny?
I've driven, yeah. Not legally, but I've driven.
You never passed your test?
Never passed my test, but I can drive a car. It's not hard.
It's hard if it's illegal because you get pulled over.
Why would you pass then?
What? No, it was the questions that stumped me. Everything else was good.
Oh,
right. I always envisioned you driving a white van.
But I can practically drive a car. It's not fucking hard.
No,
my daughter drove for the first time today. She's 17 last week, and I insured our car tonight. And yeah, I'm going to be grey over the next couple of weeks.
Because you had to.
How does that make you feel? 17-year-old girl doing better than you.
You're only making a drive, so you should end up on a bus with Danny at some point.
So, Mark, what were your first car?
Mark II Escort.
Oh, nice.
Sick.
I'm just waiting for somebody to say a phone.
Worth horrendously more now than it was then.
You know, I had a Mark I Escort Mexico.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I scrapped it.
Even scrap value now, you get 20-30 grand for it.
It's what is it, 60, 70 for a renovated one, restored one?
I used to do banger racing and hot rods. It's heartbreaking the amount of stuff I've smashed up. Heartbreaking.
So, Chandler, first car?
I had a Mini.
Mini?
A real one, not one of these BMW shite things.
Racing green Mini.
That's a proper Mini.
It was a pale. It was a pale blue Austin Mini Mayfair.
Nice.
There you go.
What was it? The 11 or the 13?
It was 1,000. It was 1,000 cc.
975.
Yeah. 1 litre. It was 998.
That's it.
Nice. Martin, what about you?
I just need to say that the prices of cars in Denmark is so ridiculously high. 2/3 of the price of a car is taxes.
Wow.
Just to give you an idea. So if it's 20,000 quid, then it actually cost us 60,000 approximately.
What?
Yeah.
So what you're trying to say is yours was a Lada?
No. My one was it was a 2000 Hyundai Accent with a 1.3 automatic motor, automatic gearbox.
Right. A couple of vaping ones. Martin, mouth to lung or direct to lung?
MTL then. For salt.
All right. Chandler,
no in betweens. You got to choose one or the other.
I direct lung.
Yay!
None of this RDL shit. MTL.
yeah.
And I'll go MTL as well.
RTA or RDA, so it'd be RTA for your mouth to lungs, wouldn't it?
Yeah, well, of course, yeah.
Yeah, it'll be RTA mainly.
Did you three that said MTL? Did you used to like vape on drippers, or have you just always been that way inclined?
I always blew big clouds, airy as fuck, crazy series builds. I was the biggest DL vapor you'd ever meet until I stopped showing off.
Wait, you stopped that? What?
I just don't think I could go back to MTL. I just don't think I could.
You see, for me, what happened was I spent all day in the shop, in the lab, and I was blasting through 60 mils of juice a day. And then something happened. I can't remember what it was, but I was massively stressed. And 3 milligram just weren't doing it for me. I couldn't DL 6 milligram.
Well, you see, here's the issue. You like nicotine. That's the problem.
I needed nicotine. Yeah. I didn't up until that day when my brain went fag. It wasn't insulting me. It was telling me I needed a cigarette. But it was, you know what I mean? I needed nicotine. I knew the only way I was going to get it was 12 milligram.
That's the weird thing with me is that because I was the biggest smoker ever. I smoked weed constantly all day as well as cigarettes for 20 or 30 years. But now I'm on 1 milligram. It's pretty much a placebo. And so I've never vaped a salt in my life ever, and I don't need nicotine, and I like it because now I can go on holiday on a plane. It doesn't bother me.
You see, my missus is like that. My missus was a big smoker, and everything she tried, she could not stop. Went on to take care. Went on to vaping,
right.
And she vapes no nick now. Whereas I've gone from going down to 1.5, I've only just gone from 12 milligram to 6 milligram mouth to lung.
Right.
Whereas me, in my head at the time at 1.5, I'd quit.
Yeah.
I'd quit. That 1.5 was a placebo, exactly the same as you.
What's a cigarette? 18, is it?
Oh, no.
I think so. It's 1.8, isn't it? On
1.8. Yeah.
So yeah, it doesn't bother me when I don't. In fact, when when other people send me liquids, I get them quite a lot, and sometimes I do forget to nick them up, and I never notice. I just don't bother putting it. If I can't remember, it doesn't bother me.
We had that conversation the other day, and I made up that new word of why I like direct to lung, didn't we? A whop.
A whop. She likes a whop of clouds.
A whop. A whop.
Joe likes a good whop.
Dare I ask?
I don't.
So, my next question then: what strength nicotine do you vape at then? So, Dave.
So I vape mouth to lung 6 milligrams, direct to lung at 3.
Yeah,
exactly the same. 6 milligram mouth to lung, 3 milligram DL.
Chandler.
6 milligram mouth to lung and 2 milligram direct lung.
That's too different.
Just to be awkward, sorry.
Yeah.
Martin's on this salt, so you'll be 20 milligram, will you?
Yeah, 20 milligram.
Milligram on the Caliburn and 152 milligram on the MTL.
No, actually, on RDAs, I've always been 1.5 milligram. When I started vaping, that was around the time where you could get 6 milligram Malaysian or 6 milligram European, because there was a difference. I don't know if you had that when it was still nicotine in the bottles. Because the way they mixed it in Malaysia apparently made it not as harsh when it was 6 milligram as when we made it in Europe. But I've always been on RDAs. I've recently gone up to 3 milligrams in RTAs if I use a somewhat high resistance in the RTA.
I would say it was friction. I do direct lung and I only do 1 milligram a weak source. It's not weak source. It's you're cutting back on your on what you used to be addicted to. It's not a bad thing at all.
Just out of curiosity, the rest of you guys, what do you vape? MTL, DL?
6 mil mouth to lung and 3 mil direct to lung.
Yeah, I don't vape mouth to lung. I'm just direct to lung, and I've always been on 3 mil. But to be fair, I don't think I need 3 mil. It's just a habit that I'll lob a nick shot in a short fill and away you go.
I'm sorry, Scott. Well,
no, that's it. No, that's me. Yeah.
I'm direct lung, 3 milligram salts.
No MTL.
3 milligram salts.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
If I go back to 3 milligram freebase now, it kicks the fuck out of me.
It's still 3 milligram at the end of the day. It doesn't matter whether it's salts or freebase. It's just a smooth hit.
It hits you quicker. That's why I like it.
I'll DL 3 milligram, but I'll quite happily also put 20 milligram on a mesh coil. So I'm a bit of
what? 20.
Oh my God.
I've got 20 milligram on a mesh coil there. I've done 35 before.
Send him some liquids, like a mystery pack where they're all different, like, and he has to guess what the strength is.
My blood pressure's just gone up from you saying that.
I don't.
I've got 35 here.
We used to manufacture for a company in Dubai, and all their stuff used to come in at 50. So
50 milligrams.
50 milligram, and I thought and they used to literally order thousands of bottles.
I can't even take 3 milligram. I can't vape 3 milligram freebase.
Well, I won that with the Me Pod from America. And they said, right, pick up 3 bottles of salt. So I said, right, okay. Because I've had 20 milligrams come from Dubai because we had some salts come from a giveaway from World Vape Show in Dubai. But the choice I got on the website, the US website, was either 35 milligram or 50 milligram. I was like, I've had 50 before. I had 3 puffs off it and put it down for like an hour and a half. And I said, so I'll go 35 milligram. It punches a bit more than a 20, but I can still manage it, just not much.
You see, I cannot vape. I can't vape salts. I had a bunch of. We get all the new stuff sent over from Waterfo when it's released, and they sent these pen things over concentrated.
That literally looks like a tube of Toffos.
It does.
Say again.
Like a tube of Toffos. Not like a tube of mint Toffos.
Yeah, Toffos, do they still exist?
Yeah.
And apart from being over concentrated and naff, and sorry, Waterfo, if you're watching, their nicotine in China is very, very different. These are 20 milligram salts, and I can take them. The European Nick, the Polish Nick, I cannot do it. It gives me a headache. It makes me sneeze. It's horrific. Cannot vape 20 milligram European. The Chinese stuff I can vape.
Well, there's 3 different types of salts, isn't there? There's 3 different types of salts.
Yeah, there is. Yeah,
that's probably salicylic, which is the least harsh.
You see, it's the salicylic that I can't vape.
Oh, so it probably won't be there.
Which is why I'm confused, because I assume the same as you.
Yeah.
I do apologise. I'm going to have to disappear because I'm working in the morning. So it's been a pleasure, but I'm going to disappear. I'm afraid.
Well, it's been nice to meet you.
All right. No problem. Pleasure being on. Catch you later, guys.
See you later.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah, it was always the benzo.
Yeah.
Benzo, I'm not a big fan of. The salicylic. Again, it's hit and miss depending on where it's from.
Yeah, but I can handle salicylic all day. The only time that it gets a bit dodgy is if I don't know if I'm lying down or I'm in bed, and I don't know the science behind it, but it makes me cough. But if all through the day, I'm all right with it. So it must be when I'm relaxed. I don't know.
Makes me sneeze. Literally makes me sneeze.
Yeah. Right.
I don't think I've ever had salts. Is it just a smoother hit?
It's a higher level of nick, but it's a smoother hit. It's smoother going down. What I was told was a 12 milligram in a freebase equates to about 20 milligram of nick salt, and then a 6 milligram in freebase is about 10 milligram of nick salt.
It just permeates your blood system quicker. That's all it is. I don't think there's much difference as far as strength goes. It's just how quickly it gets.
Gets into your stream.
Mark, I'm gonna have to say that when I tried the Caliburn, because I was only on 1.5 milligrams on RDAs, I was like, okay, I'm gonna start on 11, and immediately after the first hit, I could tell I'm not getting anything from it. Went straight to 20, and I'm even having trouble sometimes vaping 3 milligram freebase. So it also depends on which device you're vaping it on, I guess.
Yeah.
And it's such a restricted hit on Caliburn. Yeah.
Right. Next question. Dave, what was your first job?
What was my first job? My first job was Well, okay. So the first job I worked at Christmas collecting glasses in a pub.
Oh, fair enough.
I just turned 16, but that quickly turned into working behind the bar at Christmas. So that was my very first job. Second job was a Saturday job in a supermarket, and that ended quite quickly because they realised quite quickly that we weren't allowed to work there yet because we were underage to work there.
All right.
So we worked there full time for about 3 weeks, and then they got rid of us, and we took the biggest pay packet we've ever seen out on the town.
So was it like seasonal or something?
Well, no, the first one was just seeing. It was basically just friends of the family. They just hired me to do that. But then the second one, we kind of lied on the application form.
So, Mark, your first job?
Mine, there used to be a place in Leicester called the Trainer Warehouse, and they used to buy in shit ton of trainers. Where they came from, I don't know. I never asked. Yeah, I was about 14, 15. Paid cash in hand and log in trainers.
Martin?
My first was as soon as I hit 13 years old, because then you could have a job in the EU. I delivered a regional newspaper on weekdays before school, so in the mornings. And the weird thing is that everyone else, they were like handing out, had like advertisement jobs, like handing out flyers and you know, we have a culture here with like newspapers with offers and shit like that. I did that after school on the weekends, but I did it every day before school. So I got up at like 5:15, then had an hour and a half work, and then 8, and then went to school. Then I had the afternoons off and the weekends off while everyone else was working. So yeah, newspaper delivery.
All right. Mark just popped off. If you could have a superpower, what would the superpower be, Martin?
I'm gonna go cliche. Invisible, so I can sneak into the girls' locker room.
You're a pervert. The only reason people say that is because you're a fucking pervert. That's the only reason I say
it. Dave?
Yeah, I did same thing. It'd be invisibility, but I wouldn't necessarily say it was for the same reasons, but it probably would be for the same reasons at some point.
Oh, God. No, can't smart that. So we brought this up last week. If you could time travel, would you go backwards or forwards, or which era would you go to, Dave?
I'd probably go backwards because that's a safer bet. Probably to 1950s.
Oh.
Sort of post-war, when everything started coming back to life. Yeah, when sort of like music and culture started kicking in again. Probably go back to then.
Oh, good answer, that. Martin?
I think it's tricky because anyone that knows the chaos theory, the butterfly effect, you know that the further you go back, the more will change in the present. So,
come on, Martin, you couldn't make it any worse. So,
no,
it's fine.
If I go back to the 60s, one little thing could actually make me not being born.
What
about right.
Danish pastry wouldn't be offended.
You could just go back to view it, and that's it.
Just go back to view it.
So you've got your invincibility powers, and you can go back just to view.
I think I'm taking a current event and jumping into that. I think I'd go back to when Vladimir's mother gave birth to him. I'd abduct him from the room.
Yeah.
You wouldn't abduct him, you'd shoot him, wouldn't you?
No, I'm not that cruel. Just abduct him. So he would be raised totally different. He would end up in a totally different place.
Sorry, Martin. Are you saying you'd Madeleine McCann Putin?
We don't know that because perhaps Madeleine is dead. So you know.
Oh,
presumably he's dead. Well,
What have I walked back into anyway? It's all got very.
Anyway, Mark, I've just asked 2 questions. So, if you could time travel backwards or forwards, which era would you go to?
Oh, could we go forwards?
Yeah.
Oh, then I'd go back, 10 years in the future, and then get the almanac.
Your entire knowledge of time travel is Back to the Future, isn't it, Martin?
That's the only knowledge of time travel.
It's the only thing you need. Calorie numbers.
And exactly, you go a week. That's all you need, just a week. Change your life forever.
Oh, I get the lottery numbers.
Mark, go ahead.
You see, for me, when am I going back as an adult, or how am I?
Go,
you want now.
Yeah, say go back as you are now.
Don't go back more than 200 years with them tattoos, mate. It'd be weird.
So I'm caught between 2. One being the 60s and one being the 80s.
Why is it all 19? I'd go back. My answer was I'd love to go back and meet Jesus Christ. I am the least religious person ever. I just like to speak to the cunt and say, listen, mate.
Just to prove he was real.
Get rid of that Judas guy. He's going to rat you out.
He was real, but wouldn't it be mind-bogglingly interesting to watch him for real? Just to actually see it, what he did.
But you realise that...
Like, avoid Jesus. He's bad news.
Not to cause any offence, right? But you realise he didn't die for your sins. He just sacrificed his fucking weekend. Because he came back on Sunday.
I am a massive atheist. Let's just get that out there, right? But I do know that he was a real guy. I believe he was a real guy. I would love to go back and just see what the fuck he did to change history for 2,000 years and be the most famous person ever known.
Yeah, but
I mean, it can't be not interesting to watch him at work. It's like,
how would you do it? Would you go dance around his cross, or what? At what point would you like to meet him?
I think I'd like to meet him when he was like super popular before he died, just to see how good he was at what he was doing, how much of a salesman and so I'm going to get that in a minute. So I'd like to see exactly what it was that made him what he is or what he was.
I've decided that this isn't a theoretical question. PUG'S has been back. He's the reason he got out that fucking cave. He's been there. He's done that.
Where is he?
If PUG'S had been back in time and fast forwarded again, there'd be pics of him with his ass out on the front of the Bible.
I'd be crucified back to front on a cross in the arsehole.
I'm waiting for him to go, yo, JC, come here. I want you to meet someone.
So Mark, what have you said? What have you said?
Either 60s or 80s, but I'd do it for financial gain. I'd go back to buy. I'd go back to buy, to own now, to sell in the future.
Now you have to be careful. So if you're talking about maybe going to like buying 1% of Apple when it started, you need to give the lawyer who invested in Apple some of your money, because if you start changing history, then one minor thing will make Apple not be where it is today.
That's a good point, actually. You should go back to when you got your first car and fucking don't scrap it.
Right. On the previous question, Mark, if you could have any superpower, which one would it be? Now, these two pick the same one, which most people pick.
Oh,
I like a super penis.
I'm guessing on Martin, it's going to be invisibility for pervertive reasons.
Yes.
That's 3.
Was that right?
3.
Yes.
Yeah.
Superpower.
Or X-ray vision would do the same thing.
Just as
perverted. Yeah, boring after a bit, though, won't it? I mean, you can just see that on the internet every day if you want.
Did none of you love to be able to fly or levitate or shit money? I like that.
You could be the new
shit money.
And that was from the missus.
Shit was a good one.
I think over time that would be a bit uncomfortable. That depends if it's coins or.
I mean, I couldn't
care less. It's a better question.
You're looking at blouses. I'm shitting gold.
Yes. If you ask what's the worst superhero power you could have, because we've had them conversations when we used to be stoned, and we came out with some fucking brilliant ones, absolutely brilliant ones. The worst superpower you could have.
Name one of them.
Mine was I could raise the temperature in a room by 2 degrees.
Oh, yes.
And the other one was I could turn into a CD player, but only once, because then I'd be a CD player and I'd have no brain. So I couldn't change back. So anyway, I had it, but I couldn't use it.
Drugs are bad, kids. Don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs.
So, right, next question, a different question. Have you got any phobias, Dave? Any phobias?
No, I don't think I've got any actual. I haven't got a specific phobia. I'm not scared of like spiders or anything like that. I've got a general phobia of life in general, but no specific phobias.
I thought you said a genital phobia there for a minute.
Definitely, I've been single for too many years to have one of those.
Oh, dear. Mark,
mine's coulrophobia.
What?
A fear of clowns.
Oh, clowns.
I have, and I don't know where it's come from. I am shit scared of clowns.
It's a good job you weren't on the show last week because there was a lot of Mr. Tumble talk.
Don't talk about
it. Britain's full of them. How do you leave the house?
I was going to say, fear of clowns, and you do a show with the three of us every week.
Parliament, Mark. Ever.
No, I just don't like them weird fuckers with white faces and red nose. They're just freak shows.
I take it you've never watched it then.
Yeah, I'm going to say that.
I have, right. For those of you that don't know me, I'm 6'9", and I'm
what?
I'm 6'9". I'm quite a big fella. Yeah. And
Hagrid, only bigger.
Yeah. Literally sat and watched it behind a fucking curtain. It wasn't a curtain; it was a blanket. But...
Yeah. 6'9".
When you think Tim's 6'5".
Fucking hell!
Oh my god!
Literally.
Or when I used to work on the doors, and the women used to say, "Is it true what they say about tall blokes? How tall are you?" You used to go 6 foot and 9 inches.
Scott, Phil, asking you a question.
How tall am I? I'm 6'2".
I'm 6'2". I'm 6 foot.
What's Pug's 4'5"?
I'm 3'1".
So you're basically Mark's dick.
Hey, you look at them legs on that picture. They are fucking big, fat, sturdy legs there, mate. That's a fine shape body.
You have got lovely legs.
That's an image I'm never going to get out of my head.
You don't want it, guy. Do you want to save it? That's going to be your screensaver tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
God.
Hey,
my missus is 5'3".
Oh. You got a hairy arse crack there.
You're 6'9" and your missus is 5'3".
Yep.
She's
mine's 6. I'm 6'2" and my missus is 4'11".
Fucking hell.
Cornish women small then down yonder.
They tend to be, yeah. Yeah, they tend to be. I don't know. I met her on a blind date 25 years ago, so I haven't really looked at any.
We're at the Shire.
We're going on
where he lives, it's exactly like the Shire.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's a funny old place down here.
I've just got some few questions left, and these are like film related and stuff like that. So, Martin, you didn't say your phobia, did you?
Well, I actually didn't think I had one, but I had an idea, so I had to Google it and then confirm me that I don't like it. So I guess I have trypophobia.
Oh, holes. Fucking
yeah.
holes.
but it's not like, as it stated, a pattern of holes. It's more like the pictures you get when you Google trypophobia.
Yeah.
Where it's like a hand with all these. No.
Not
So,
fear of non-symmetric holes or something like that, isn't it? Yeah.
Right. Next question. Excuse me. Netflix or Amazon Prime, Martin?
Netflix.
Right. Mark?
Nobody says Amazon. No one.
Netflix.
Dave?
Neither. I go Disney Plus.
Yeah, Disney Plus is all right. Disney Plus is good for about a month, and then
Yeah, that's because you know Pam and Tommy's on there.
I tend to jump between. I've got Amazon Prime anyway, but I tend to jump between Netflix and Disney Plus for like 6 months at a time.
So, what's your favourite TV series then, or box set on Netflix?
Favorite TV series of all time? That's The West Wing.
What, West Wing?
There's too many to choose from. How can you choose an all-time favorite series? Because what I say now and what I'll say next week. So probably the one I've watched the most. Let's Go Only Fools. Oh, does it have to be on Netflix?
No.
Only Fools and Horses, hand down, followed by something like Red Dwarf. Then you can't beat Breaking Bad, and I've only recently just found Breaking Bad.
Better Call Saul.
Breaking Bad.
Better Call Saul.
What have I just started watching? Well,
Better Call Saul.
No, Big Bang.
Oh, Big Bang Hellish. I've seen every single episode.
I only started watching it 2-3 weeks ago. Brilliant.
And when I started watching it, it was already like 10 years old. I was like, what the fuck?
And the reason I started watching it was because I found a series on Netflix called Sheldon. Started watching that and then realized
Ian Armitage.
Yeah.
That's shit in comparison though, Sheldon. Sheldon is shit in comparison.
You know the mother in that is the daughter of Sheldon's actual mother in Big Bang, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Martin, what's your favourite series? One you're watching now?
I'm same as Mark. It's so fucking hard from Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones, Suits. Yeah.
With Meghan Markle, right?
White Collar, Little Britain. Fucking love Little Britain. Disgrace. It's making it's come back as far as I know, but in the end, I think I'm gonna have to say something as weird as Friends.
Friends.
No, it's classic. It's never not good.
Hello, Friends.
It's never not good. However, my favourite's always been Firefly. Firefly is my favourite show.
Just Whedon's Firefly.
Excited about Sons of Anarchy and Game of Thrones.
Sons of Anarchy.
Oh, Sons of Anarchy.
I saw some of Sons of Anarchy. Didn't the Mayans MC follow on from that?
Yeah.
Ozark's good.
Ozark's amazing.
Ren and Stimpy.
I started watching The One Foot in the Grave again the other day.
Oh, that's good.
Isn't that with Victor Meldrew?
Yeah, Victor Meldrew.
Yeah.
Believe it.
Don't believe
Fucking
it.
amazing that is. It's
tell you
good,
what.
back then they were the ones that created them jokes, and every comedy series that comes out now they just recycle them.
I can't watch old TV. I have a phobia against old TV.
I love old.
Can't watch it.
Is it because it reminds you of your age?
Oh, the Royal Family. Love it.
Oh, yeah, Royal Family.
Royal Family, yeah. Classic.
No, I can't even watch that. It's too old. I can't watch old stuff.
I like
a packet of crisps. That was a good one.
Yeah.
I liked it when it was out, but I wouldn't go back and watch it again.
Yeah, it was good until it got too stupid.
Has anybody watched Still Game?
No.
Never seen it.
No.
It used to be on BBC. I don't know how they put that on live TV. There's so much fucking like swearing and bad joke.
Swearing?
No, but like you wouldn't have thought putting that on BBC. They'd have to put it on after the watershed, wouldn't you? But it was funny. It was good.
You go back and watch Only Fools and Horses now, and you think, how the fuck did they get away with that?
Yeah.
Well, you can't watch the first series now. You can't watch the first series now because it was
snowflakes. They weren't snowflakes back in the day. It's fucking simple, isn't it?
That's
BBC were
Honestly,
fine.
Palm and Vinyl Vera.
The BBC was fine with racism, bad language, and funny enough, paedophilia. But you know, nowadays you can't have any of it.
Yeah, remember that, Josh.
As much as you try, just can't do it.
It's not allowed anymore.
I used to like hello.
Yeah.
Oh, with Renee. Yeah.
Yeah, Renee.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't that
Oh,
LOL?
Mr. Intense, Rabsy, Nesbitt.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hold on. You don't pronounce your H's, but on something that you're not supposed to, you fucking call hello.
The only old comedy that I could watch over and over again was Morecambe and Wise, because Eric Morecambe was the funniest guy alive, and that's the only thing I can watch over and over again.
I'm sure Eric Morecambe's dead.
He is dead. Alf Garnett was a legend, Des. You're absolutely right.
Alf Garnett, yeah.
Not that one.
I love Stepson as well. I used to watch that with my dad when I was a kid. I loved it.
Bottom.
That was with Ed Edmondson, Rick Mail, and Harry Enfield, wasn't it?
No, not Harry Enfield.
Bottom was the young ones. I grew up on the young ones.
Yeah.
We know you did.
Frank Spencer.
That sounded good, didn't it? I grew up on the young ones. What?
That sounds like
Some
Cornwall.
others do have them. That's the one that Frank Spencer in it.
That's
Too big.
Sounds like Danny had me.
Oh,
Keeping up appearances with Hyacinth Bucket.
Yeah.
That's actually my mother-in-law. Hyacinth Bouquet is my mother-in-law. Not actually, but
the equivalent.
Quantify her. That is my mother-in-law.
Oh yes, Faye. Father Ted. That were good.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that didn't go on long enough. You always wanted more of that.
Yeah.
Nick is going back. It ain't our fault, Mum. Yeah, remember that one with Windsor
He
Davis.
was awesome, actually. What's his name? I can't remember his name.
Windsor Davis and small
He
one.
was
He's my dad's teacher.
He was your dad's teacher. Windsor Davis was Joe's dad's teacher.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's cool.
He was his maths teacher at school.
That was definitely before the snowflakes took over there, wasn't it?
Scott, there's actually something way cooler about her family than that.
Look, thy neighbour.
Her uncle is Dave Jones from the Monkees.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, he wasn't
Happy
my uncle.
days.
He was my mum's cousin.
Mum's cousin.
Oh. Don Estelle,
Nice.
folks. That's Dansbury. Don Estelle.
How about men behaving badly?
Oh yeah, classic.
Oh, Robin's Nest. That's on ITV3 or 4.
We're going right back now, aren't we?
That theme tune for Men Behaving Badly is still fucking sticks in my head now. If I hear it once, that's it. The rest of the day, fucking stuck in my head.
Still wouldn't go back and watch it.
Right. What about
I'll overlook like two classics as South Park and Simpsons.
I used to like them both back in the day, but can't watch them now.
No, I can't watch them now.
No.
Georgia Mildred.
Hey, Help Me Duck has just put something in, but it was he said spitting image of
again back in the day.
Spitting image was class.
Yeah.
Back in the day it was.
God, it wouldn't be allowed.
Mimi McGuire. Fucking hell.
Like a lead balloon.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one American TV series I can remember watching, and I couldn't get my head around it. That Twin Peaks. Can you remember watching that?
I like Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks was good.
It were, I don't know, a bit weird. And then they resurrected it, didn't they, a few years back?
Yeah, they did. They did a couple of movies, and then I think they did another show, didn't they?
And I'll tell you one show they're bringing back, Quantum Leap. Have you seen that in papers this week?
Oh, I used to love Quantum Leap.
So that's coming back with Scott Maluka.
What about The Good Life?
The Good Life, yeah.
Did you fancy her? I used to fancy her when I was
did. Oh, I did. Oh, man.
Who's this?
Felicity Kendall.
Felicity Kendall.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Fit in a weird, quirky kind of way.
She aged really well as well, though.
Yeah.
Porridge. That were good.
Porridge
Yeah.
is classic.
Felicity Kendall and Porridge go together.
In the same bowl.
I still watch the Christmas special every year for Porridge.
Right, we're going to films now. So, Dave,
Armageddon.
No. Name me your top 3 films of all time.
Oh, Jesus. Right. Okay. So this will be A Good Year, which is a film very few people would have seen.
I actually thought you were saying a year. Is that a film?
Yeah, a Good Year. Yeah, it's a film with Russell Crowe in it. It's a bit more of a comedy. I'll go with that one. I would go with Grosse Pointe Blank.
Interesting.
And Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
That's a good film.
Oh, yeah.
Those 3.
Nobody said any of those yet.
Mark?
Shawshank Redemption.
Oh, yeah.
Classic.
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Classic.
Yeah.
The missus just said it.
You know what I will say about Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas is that film was made by somebody who's obviously done drugs, because that was the most accurate representation of people.
It is just
that I've ever seen in any film ever.
That takes me back to my teens. That
late 20s, early 30s.
And
the
missus is urging me to say Dirty Dancing, but it's not happening.
I'm not saying I didn't enjoy it. I did.
I'd have to say probably another Tarantino.
Dusk Till Dawn.
If you watch From Dusk Till Dawn without knowing what was going to happen, that was one of the best experiences I've had with the film. So I had no idea. I didn't know.
Pulp Fiction, Mark.
Either Pulp Fiction, but the missus has just said Roadhouse, and that was a good film.
Oh, Roadhouse.
Was that Kevin Bacon?
No, Patrick Swayze.
Shit, never mind.
Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah, Reservoir Dogs.
Harvey Keitel.
It was all right. It's good. They are good. They are good, but I won't say they're.
But that bit, you know what I mean? It was simple. That clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. It was so sinister, but it was. You know what I mean? It was so fucking easy. It was easily done, and it was quite sinister.
Yeah, but would you put it right up there with the best films in the world ever?
No,
I like
number one for me, hands down, is Shawshank.
Yeah,
it was. There was nothing bad about that film at all. It deserves its place where it is.
Cheers, Rufus. Take care, mate.
Cheers, Rufus.
Cheers, Rufus.
Night.
See you, mate.
Mr. Intense says Felicity had a better bum than me. I don't think that's right.
You're right. So, Martin.
Yeah, still number one for me, Shawshank Redemption. Number 2, Donnie Brasco.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it. Oh, yeah, Johnny.
Johnny Depp in it.
Johnny Depp.
It was tied between that and Goodfellas, but they're kind of the same. Number 3.
You have to choose an Amber Heard film now, just to not take it back.
No.
Aquaman.
We're going American History X.
Yeah.
With the most jarring scene known to man.
Danny can't watch that. Danny, don't watch that, mate.
That bit with the curb.
The jaw on the curb.
Yeah, that is
I was once told that there was an uncensored director's cut version where they actually filmed it, and then they had, well, it was before CGI, so I don't know how they had done it. I've never found that version, and that was supposedly the only scene that was changed in the entire movie.
I'd like to believe that they actually did it.
I'm pretty sure people will watch it all the way through. I've seen the Serbian film, so you can't get any more disturbed than that.
You keep talking about that, and I've since you said it, I researched it, and I don't want to watch it.
Yeah.
Do you know what? That scene in that film was so gross, but do you know what film grossed me out more? Cell Block 99.
Oh yeah, there's
Vince
loads in
Vaughn.
that. Vince Vaughn with Cell Block 99. There's fucking loads of stuff in that.
That's hanging.
Brilliant. If you've not seen that, you need to watch it.
Is it on Netflix?
I've probably not.
Doubt it.
But what if you can get hold of it? Watch it. I think one of Vince Vaughn's best films ever.
Oh, Vince Vaughn. Oh, yeah. Right, Martin. Your favourite actor or actress?
Bruce Willis.
Excuse me.
Talk about put under pressure, Martin.
I'm actually going to go with Edward Norton.
Oh, Edward Norton.
Yeah.
All right.
Several films. Yeah, he's
From
just
Fight Club.
Fight Club. Yeah. Primal Fear.
Hulk.
Oh, he's a very, very good actor.
American History X.
American History X, yeah. He's just a good actor. A good all-round.
Mark, favourite actor or actress?
Oh, there's so many. So many. So I'm going to give you three.
Go on, give me three then.
I'm going to give you three. Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah.
Good choice. Julia Roberts.
Well, hello.
And I do have a soft spot for Julia Roberts.
Oh.
I've got a hard spot for Julia
I
Roberts.
don't think she's a great actress, but I definitely fuck her.
Yeah, especially in the Rockabilly, right?
Dave?
I like Mark's choice of Anthony Hopkins, but I'm not going to copy him. So I'll say, just because of From Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I'll say Brad Pitt.
Yeah,
he's good in a lot of films.
Have you ever seen a bad Brad Pitt film? I've never seen a bad Brad Pitt film.
He was amazing in Troy. I fucking loved him in Troy.
I've never seen a bad Brad Pitt film ever.
What was that? What was that one where he played Death?
Pitch Black.
Yeah,
something black.
Equal Black.
No.
Meet Joe Black.
Meet Joe Black.
Yeah, Meet Joe Black. Yeah, that wasn't a good one.
That was
actually I quite enjoyed it. It wasn't bad.
Is that the one where he talks to the woman in the wheelchair in the hospital?
Are you talking about your weekends again, Danny?
No. Meet Joe Black. He's standing in the corridor talking to this black woman in a wheelchair, and she's the only one that can see him.
Oh yeah, and he's talking in tongue, isn't he? Yeah.
Why did you have to bring up black woman? You could have just said woman. You didn't have to say woman.
I could have said woman, but just why I remember it.
He's whispering tongue.
Yeah, he's my favourite actor.
Leonardo
Capricorn.
Oh yeah.
Wasn't Anthony Hopkins in Meet Joe Black as well?
Yes.
So that's why you said Meet Joe Black, just so you could say his favourite answer without actually saying his favourite answer.
There we go.
You said you weren't going to copy him, but you copied him by proxy.
Hey, up me go. Paul Whitehouse is the best actor ever.
What about
comedian?
What about De Niro? Al Pacino?
Yeah, he always plays the same.
Yeah,
person.
he does. Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of actors like that. There's a lot of actors now that are like that. Ryan Reynolds. Have you ever seen a film where Ryan Reynolds doesn't play Ryan Reynolds?
That's true.
Yeah.
Anyone say, and I'm talking more modern films, and I'm sure I'm going to get berated here, but Leonardo DiCaprio.
Fucking love him.
I think he's a really, really good actor.
Yeah, it's another one.
Django,
bad film.
Django Unchained.
I think he's done a wide range of stuff.
And another one of my top films that I missed was Leonardo DiCaprio.
Gangs of New York.
Has anyone got any looms?
Oh, that's good.
Anyone got any looms?
Anyone?
Titanic.
Wolf of Wall Street was an absolute.
Mark,
No. Donnie Aesop is the best one in Wolf of Wall Street.
Right, it's an absolute brilliant film, regardless of seeing Margot Robbie's funny.
You don't see a fanny in it.
You do see a fanny in it.
No, they talk about a fanny a lot.
You see a fanny in it.
No, you do. I still haven't seen it.
When he first takes her back to the apartment, stands in the doorway, completely naked.
Have you seen her in Tonya though? Seen her in Tonya? Nah,
yeah.
No, it's not good. It's not good.
Right. Nearly done now. I've said that. Favorite cartoon character.
Favorite.
I forget which way we were going. So
Dave,
Martin.
Dave, it's Dave.
Dave. Favorite cartoon character.
It's me. I'm gonna have to say it's Stitch. It's Stitch. Just some of the he doesn't speak much, but just some of the one-liners he comes out with, just
Because I'm so cute and cuddly.
exactly. Yeah, it's the thing.
Just made that noise.
It's the thing where one thing where the other things are getting goes abomination. He just goes stupid head. So just that. Just can't help it. Yeah, that's for me.
Cool. Yes. Mark, favorite cartoon character?
We're a house of Disney fans, so it'd have to be Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse.
Cool.
Staying inside with a mouse.
Off to Florida again in a couple of weeks. Spend 2 weeks in Orlando. So
Done that. Nice.
I've not.
We'll go with the kids are a bit older.
Why don't you
we took our little when she was 4. First time 4, and then we're going in 2 weeks. What is she now? 7 and 7. So.
They could start to go next year, John.
I know. Can't afford it.
We probably could.
You're welcome.
I'll talk to you about that.
Go back in time, sell the Mark II Escort, and you won't have a problem with it.
Yes.
I'm gonna go with.
Mark's been with his 4-year-old. Our 4-year-old. I don't think I could cope with Keris.
Well, I was kind of waiting until she was a bit older, but
I think.
I don't know. You know, she'd probably be all right.
She
could be praying from legging it around, stabbing people. Then I'd probably be all right.
Said to us, she's far too young. It's a waste of money, and it was a good 20 grand holiday. It wasn't cheap. But the amount of people that said you're wasting your money, she won't remember it. But you can sit and have a coherent conversation with her now.
Yeah.
And she'll tell you what we did and where we went. And
how old was she?
She was 4.
It's such a big part in their lives, and they do remember it. They do.
I remember my first abroad holiday when I was 5 in Salou in Spain, and I do remember it. So
yeah, but she's already been to Turkey twice.
Yeah, but she was little then.
Not the same as Florida.
It's not the same as Florida. I've been to Florida.
This is meeting her biggest.
I haven't got a passport, right? I've only had one once, and I've only been abroad once. So, where do you think my first recollection from my holidays then?
Yeah, France, wasn't it?
Scarborough.
Wales.
Blackpool.
Down the coal mine.
It's not North Coast. It's North Coast. Whitby Way.
North Coast. Scotland.
Grimsby.
No, not North Coast. East Coast.
Asda.
Skeggy, Mablethorpe, Yarmouth, Dunstanton.
Mablethorpe. Fucking.
I know. He's been to Banff.
Skegness.
Bit higher up.
The back garden.
Flamborough Head.
What? Never fucking bit in my life ever.
Flamborough Head. It's just above Bridlington. Flamborough Head.
That's not the place. You just made that up.
I'm not to sound daft.
Check it out. And it's like a bird sanctuary with all these birds, but nest on.
Yeah, Simon, I'm definitely not going to chat.
Sounds like some of that. Sounds like something bad that happened to Hammer.
And why I remember that holiday, this is why I remember it. I bet we're only 5 or 6. My dad picked me up, threw me over as a joke into this field. Right? I don't know why I did it. And it was full of stinging nettles, and I got stung all over my body. Oh. That is a true story, right?
It sounds like a fucking STD, mate.
Two things, Simon.
Got off with this dirty bird this weekend, then up with Flamborough Head. Fucking gutted.
Flamborough Head, it's a place. Right.
First thing, Simon, why the fuck did you need a passport?
I'm only joking.
Passport.
Get out to Yorkshire.
That's why you can't go to Expo. Can't go to Expo.
He's not going to the Expo because he hasn't got a passport.
Going in October.
Don't ask. It's not worth it.
So we've done favourite cartoon character.
Did you still want mine?
Martin hasn't done his yet.
It's going to be Martin the Martian, isn't it? Bet you.
No, it's going to have to be Eric Cartman.
Cartman.
He was a classic, though, to be fair.
Go on, do the impression. Do the impression. You got to do the impression, no?
I want my cheesy poos.
I want my cheesy poos. You will accept my authority.
Right, guys. I've got a few more questions. That's it, and then I have to play my clip because I'm going to go for the Jimmy Riddle. 70s, 80s, 90s, up noughties music. Which is your favourite era for music, Martin?
90s.
90s. Mm-hmm. Mark?
I was a raver, so 90s.
Oh, 90s again. Dave?
I like a bit of everything, but probably out of all of them, 80s, I'd say.
80s, yeah, that's my era, 80s. So, favourite music band, as Luke would say, band.
Favourite band?
Banjo.
Queen.
Queen, good choice.
Classic. Yeah.
Classic.
Classic.
Up until recently, I'd have had a different answer. But I'd have to go with the Beatles now.
Beatles?
What was it before? What was it before?
Oh.
Do you listen to more Beatles now than you ever have?
Yeah. Yeah. I couldn't tell you. There's again things like the Queen, things like Queen, and yeah, but no, I don't know. There's just so many.
I think that's a really hard question.
It is.
It depends how you're feeling, doesn't it? Depends what.
I think with the Beatles, no matter what mood you're in, there's something to suit your mood.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it wasn't until they released. Have you watched the documentary they did on the Disney Plus?
I tried.
What's
There's
that?
something like 24 hours or something back to back, and it was just incredible. Watch them all, and that's what's turned me back to the Beatles now.
Watching them go through their process was amazing.
Yeah, I watched that Cellar not long ago with Sheridan Smith, and there's quite a lot of Beatles in that. There's quite a lot of mention of the Beatles in that, and a bit of what they did. Like, but that Beatles documentary on Disney, I tried to, but fuck me, it doesn't have to go on. Like,
Watch the last two. Watch the last two. They're the ones. Just incredible.
So Martin.
It's really hard because I've never been that influenced by bands per se in a like just one band. Like there's Nirvana, there's Green Day, Blink 182. If I'm talking about the era of me listening to.
Because he's from Copenhagen, I would imagine that he's just like a really big fan of the Eurovision Song Contest.
That's actually true, but not really.
0 points.
I think I'm gonna end up going with the Offspring.
Bjork? Did you say?
The Offspring.
Oh, I thought you said Bjork.
No, the Offspring.
The Offspring were really good in the day. That album was actually really, really good.
It's still good now. You
Yeah,
listen to
the
it
Offspring.
now.
I can't remember what the album was called. The first album they came out with was brilliant.
Was that named Kids Aren't Alright?
Yeah.
That was on Americana. That's like the album that made me listen to it with the Pretty Fly for and the Kids on the Right and Why Don't You Get a Job and shit like that. So yeah.
So the last question is what Mr. Intense has put up.
What's your favourite sausage?
Well, what?
It's a genuine question. I'm not taking a piss.
Yeah, what's your favourite sausage?
Genuinely really wants to know. What's your favourite sausage?
Easy.
Staple.
Martin, what's your favourite sausage?
The thing is, what you call sausage in Britain is not the same in Denmark because what is really flat and put in a bun at McDonald's, you call it sausage.
No.
That's a sausage pate. That's actually patty.
Okay. A cheese sausage any day.
Cheese?
Yeah, sausage with cheese inside.
I want to try that.
I'd fucking smash that.
Yeah, that's what you get. That's what you get if you don't wash for a week.
Oh dear. So
Nobody
Mark.
likes kind.
I'd imagine for you it's 2 days, Nick. I would imagine with the amount of action you get.
I can go 2 weeks because I'm circumcised. So.
You know, he just has to go to that level of gross.
The odd cheese just ends up in your pants instead of around your bell end, is what you say.
Shut up!
Mine's dry like rubber.
Mark, just go currywurst.
For me,
Mark, favourite sausage?
I'm going to be controversial and go black pudding.
That's not controversial. That's a very fucking good answer.
That's my favourite sausage.
My wife loves a black sausage. Hang on a minute.
Back, no going back.
You have to go that level. Yeah, you have to go that level. You have to bring the tongue down.
And Dave.
I am a fan of a really cheap sausage. Sort of sausage you get in a fry up. So like a Richmond or something like that. A real basic simple sausage.
Cooked bland shit.
Cooked to perfection. That's me.
My mum used to love Richmond sausages, and I used to argue about it all the time with them because they taste like fucking nothing.
You can't beat a sausage and egg butty with Richmond sausages on it.
No, what's wrong with you?
No, we do tend to get the caramelized onion ones and have them for breakfast.
I like the caramelized onion. I like the pork and apple as well.
I don't like they're all too
caramelized
fancy.
onion, cheddar and leek, those kind of things. Yes.
I don't like any sausage that's made out of eyelids and bumholes, and that's all Richmond's made of.
That's all sausages. That's all. You don't like sausages at all. Then.
Wait, Mark, you don't go to McDonald's? What?
Yeah. So you say, "Oh, don't like sausage made out of eyelids and arseholes," but you go for black pudding.
I'm right.
Mike Cairns put a question in. I don't know what I was saying, but Lidl has Dutch Frikkendale. Frikkendale. I bought 16 bucks. What is it?
You know,
it's a kind of a meatball made out of pork meat.
Quite nice.
There's like Greek style, and there's the Danish styles, and there's Dutch styles. So you season them differently. It's kind of a meatball made out of a mixture of veal, chopped veal, and chopped pork.
It's not really shaped like a ball.
Can't that work, can it? Them brains is faggots, what we used to get. I don't know if you still get them.
You can, Mr. Brains faggots. You can still get them.
Yeah, in like gravy stuff.
I'm not sure if you can get them now. Did they change the name?
Yeah, no,
because,
you can. We had them in the freezer.
Because Karen kicked off somewhere.
Right. I need a pee break. Trip down memory lane. Joe, you ready?
I'm ready.
Jet planes in the night sky with you. Getting high in the sunrise with you. Getting through all the bad times with you. I wasn't missing a thing, no I do. And I wish that I could build a time machine. Cause time moves on, and now you're gone. Oh, if only I could build a time machine, I'd come and get you. I can't forget you. I miss you, I miss you, I miss you all the time. I wish that you were mine. I miss you, I miss you, I miss you all the time. I wish that you were mine.
Oh, missed out for that. Everybody's gone.
I was going some crisps.
Morgan Mindy.
Mark and Mindy. Yeah. What else on there? I can't remember now. Night Rider. Jokes of Hazard.
Little House on the Prairie.
Oh, Little House on the Prairie.
Or Tony Hart. Oh.
More.
Coming out on the BBC. I was wondering if there's a paedophile or not.
No, Heartbeat. Wasn't it? This program before.
Heartbeat. I'm watching that now. It's on ITV3 and twice a day. Heartbeat, and I didn't watch that first time round.
Wasn't that all filmed up your way?
Whitby. Last of the summer wine filmed my way. Oh, perfect.
Yeah, I've been there a few times. I used to date someone. Her father lived up the road from there, so.
Well, next time you go, pop into Big D Vapes in Ormcliffe, or you can even cross over to Slough.
I won't be going again. We broke up 10 years ago.
Oh. That's it, Paul. Gothland. Yeah, just at the top of Whitby.
Nice, Sam.
Oh. We've all gone quiet because we're scranning.
No.
Scranning.
Mm.
What are you eating?
Oh, them are oldies there, brother.
Oh, yeah.
Other supermarkets are available.
Nice breath after them. Good breath after them.
It's all right. Whatever.
Okay.
Better stinks, fam.
Yeah, but your breath stinks, so it doesn't matter, does it?
No, it's fine.
I haven't kissed you in 7 years.
Right, Phil. Thanks for calling in. Hopefully next week we'll have you on, buddy. So,
Phil, good night. I love you. You know I do. And thank you very much for these amazingly impressive hoodies.
And
I hope that
happy
you
birthday
liked,
to Jensen as well.
Yeah, happy birthday, Jensen. And I hope that you feel particularly
Happy
like my
birthday,
bottom.
Jensen.
So, Mr. Pugs has got another thank you.
Another one, thank you. Another one, thank you. Another one, thank you. Another one, thank you.
You made that?
What the fuck?
That's my next.
No, that's Joe never sleeping with me again.
Mark's disappeared, hasn't he? What's happened?
Yeah.
He's gone.
I don't know. He hasn't said anything. Maybe might be having some internet trouble. Maybe.
Oh, sure. Oh, so then, Martin. Oh, hang on. Oh, I've done. I'll get that back on. Martin and Dave, have you any questions for any of us?
How do you do this week after week?
Alcohol.
It's the wind down after a hard week, isn't it?
Yeah, but no, actually on a more, let's say, serious at this time of night note, how do you keep up the motivation to do this? Not being on, but you have to prepare a lot of stuff. Because
we don't prepare now. That's just side, that is.
No, Luke does them bits and bats, and Mr. NEVAN'S started doing bits and bats, and I just do the down memory lane. But it's the guests what come on, and each week's different. It's different. It's like what I wanted is like going to the pub when lockdown were on. So this is 63 show in. So when did it start? I can't remember when it started. 63 weeks ago. But so it's just like chatting to your mates down at pub, and chat seems to like it. And it's my highlight at week, and I've met some cracking people. My co-host, we just get on like a house on fire, and it ain't a chore.
Let me ask in a different way. Then, do you feel obligated to do you feel as a pressure that you need to bring something to the show every Saturday?
No,
not really.
I
changed it up when we come to this new format, this new the team I've got now, and then I thought think outside of the box. Hashtag think outside of the box. So when I brought Danny on, met Danny, Instagram route. So I started getting on people from Instagram, different community, and people from YouTube. and it seems to work. And we're always on the lookout for new people. So it works, doesn't it, Pugs? We just have a laugh and a joke, talk a bit of vaping, and talk a bit of whatever. Yeah.
Bit of vape chat, bit of shit. Yeah.
So
that's a rule where we had some bumps, and that also meant that sometimes we didn't feel we could do the show because we needed to put on some kind of show along with the interaction, but we couldn't manage to find content. I know we have a different kind of format in a sense, but
a lot of it's got to be. We have a lot of people come back week after week in chat, and that makes it more engaging for new people that come in and watch week after week. And because there's no knobheads in chat, we know them all. They've been there for a while. I mean, I've been doing this.
There was one last week, which I won't mention.
Yeah, it's always going to happen. You know, it's inevitable. But
no,
even in the years.
Only thing what I worry about is because I do week by week. It's guests, thinking about guests to come on. And we've gone through quite a few, so it's coming up with new ideas.
Yeah, but even without the guests, we got the banter to carry it anyway. So.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm new to the show, and I sort of stumbled across it through Pugs and Nevs, and I got invited to come on for one show, and loved it. I just thought it was just a breath of fresh air.
You shit yourself the first time you came.
I did. I jibbed it a couple of times. I got invited a couple of times, and I couldn't bring myself to do it. And then once I'd done it, it was just the fact that it was there is a structure, but there is no structure. It carries its own show. So you just ad lib it and you go with it. And we got the auctionman's handshake and bits and bobs. Yeah. And I just think everyone gets on and chat. There's a lot of banter in chat. There's a lot that goes on in chat. And it just works. It's just a nice show. There's nobody's better than anyone else. It just sort of flows. Everyone has a laugh, has a beer. I love it. I think it works. And like Si said, you know, we've had loads of different guests on from all different places. New vapors, really, really experienced vapors and mixers, and I think it just seems to click. You know, and we never get stuck for what to say because we're all a bit out there, and it just works.
Yeah. There was just one funny show recently where we had a guest on, and Monday, Tuesday, he didn't reckon a lot. If he didn't know he'd been on show.
That was the bearded Viking, right?
Yeah.
That
was funny. So yeah, we just I honestly look forward to Saturdays, and it'll carry on as long as people's watching. That's it. With things going on YouTube, the reviewing side is looking bleak for everybody on YouTube doing reviews. So
just get past this wave, and you'll be all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be okay.
No further questions. Thanks for having us on. We got a message from Mark. He had to jump off. His daughter wasn't feeling well, so he says.
Oh, right. Okay.
Mark, yeah, good to see you, mate. Good to have you on.
Link in chat. Right.
Yes.
Right. Do you want to say goodbyes then, guys? I'll just put the link in chat.
Yeah. Thank you. Like mine said, thank you very much for having us on. It's been a pleasure. It's nice to meet you all. And, hopefully your chat and yourselves have been entertained by the drivel that we talk.
I think we should do this.
Yeah, definitely.
So if you
actually, I have a bonus question. How do you guys feel about quizzes?
Quizzes.
Oh, I like a good quiz.
Yeah, because during lockdown we actually did Friday. So years ago, Vape Talk UK had a Friday show, which was basically like this, just no real agenda. But during lockdown, we actually had a Friday quiz, which we streamed with music and films and general knowledge and shit.
I love quizzes.
Yeah. Maybe we'll do a collaboration on a quiz.
Oh,
yes.
Yes.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
So, so right. So, who are you passing it on to, Dave?
I'll pass it on to NEVAN'S.
Yeah. Yeah, you've been amazing. Martin, thanks for coming on. Dave, thanks for coming on. Mark, thanks for coming on. Chandler, thanks for coming on. Usual co-hosts, I love you all. And buy my shit.
Buy my shit.
Buy my shit. I'll see you next week. I'll pass it on to Scott.
Yeah, Dave, Martin, thanks very much. Mark, Chandler, good to meet you. Again, chat, awesome as always. It's good to have a giggle. Panel, brilliant. Simon, it's a pleasure to come on.
Pleasure to be.
Yeah, living the dream. Living the dream.
Living a dream.
And I'll pass it on to Danny.
Yeah, well, thank you very much for all of it. Talk UK coming on. Dave, Martin, Mark, and Chandler. It's been nice to meet you all. Nevin.
Yeah, Danny, I saw that. I saw that.
Wow.
You saw what?
Didn't you?
You had a
just pulled
wedgie
your
then,
pants
just
out
saw
your
you
ass.
pull it out.
I actually didn't. I just moved my chair. No. Thanks for coming on. It's been nice getting to know you all and finally meeting you for the first time. Nevans, keep doing what you're doing. You're awesome. Pugs,
yeah.
You ledge. It's been fun. Always fun. You make it fun. Scott, don't go hiding. You're part of the team now too. Sai, thank you very much. It's been a great show again this week. Chat's been great. Well done to Mike Haynes for winning the Mike Yorksman handshake. You should like that. I think I've had that flavour. It is pretty fucking nice. And aside from Saturdays, I go live with Riley Vapes on a Wednesday night on my Instagram. So if you pop Instagram, you want to pop by, you're more than welcome to show your face. And that's been me. I will pass you on to Pugs.
Yeah. Cheers, fellas, for tonight. It's been interesting. It's nice to meet, especially a show that I don't watch anybody's YouTube shows because I'm a
cool.
So I don't, but it's nice to meet you guys. It's been really interesting tonight. It's been a nice mix of people, and we've had a good banter on that, and it's been great. It's made a good show, and I appreciate. It's nice to meet all of you. Chat, you've been absolutely legendary as always. You are welcome for the picture of my arse.
Yeah.
And the panel, I love you all. Fucking great. And well, you can buy my shit if you want, but I don't know where it is. But you can buy it.
Canada, isn't it?
It's been out of stock for ages.
It's the one shot.
That's because it's fucking nice.
Okay.
There's 2 my one shots in the UK at the minute. The rest of them are in Canada, but the best ones are actually out of stock. If you really want it, just PM me and I'll sell you it. Fucking hell, that's a minute. I've had loads of PMs buying White Rabbit.
That was the worst advert ever. But never mind.
I've got to make some more because everyone keeps messaging me saying, "Where can I buy it?" I'm like, "Well, you can buy it from Canada, but it's out of stock." So
do you trust me to mix it in the day?
I can mix it if you want. And then I'm selling loads of fucking White Rabbit now. I've got to make some more. Anyway, thank you, everyone. Love you all.
To me now, right, guys. I'd like to apologise for Luke. I forgot to play Luke's week. But with him not being on, it can't jog my memory, so we'll save that for next week, and bits is put on for next week. So sorry, Luke, if you're watching.
Nice
so
one,
I'd like to thank the guys from the Vape Talk UK team for coming on. So that's Martin Z, Chandler, Dave, and Mark who's gone. So it's been an absolute pleasure to get you on. I'd like to thank Mr. Intense for suggesting me to watching your show. And a couple of our regulars have started coming over on a Tuesday to watch the show, guys. So
Nice.
all the merrier. So I put the link in chat early on, guys. So check them out on a Tuesday night, 8 o'clock. Is it? If I'm wrong, 8 o'clock.
Yeah, 8-ish, round 8. Both on Twitch and YouTube.
So don't forget to check
Oh,
them
yeah,
out.
we're going to have to show. We're
Yeah,
going to
it's
have to
already
show.
on the link.
Yeah, I put it in chat.
He's well ahead of you, Paul.
Just checking.
So I like it's been a cracking show. Each week is different, and that's why I like doing this show. I like to say it won't be a show without the guys in chat and the spanners in chat. I'd like to thank my co-host, Mr. Nevans, as always, for running the show. For his Nick Talk, is it okay? Nick Talks.
Nick Talk.
For God's sake, Simon.
I
Nick
missed
Talk.
that today. I had to go downstairs. I did.
It took him a month or so to get Kaiser sorted here, right? A little bit of time.
Nick
Yeah,
Talk,
play it again for the outro.
Okay.
Mr. Scott Wood, it's a pleasure you being on the team. The legend that is,
Love you,
the
Scott.
Cornish woodworking wizard, as I call him. Danny Vapes, as always. Nice to have you back, mate, after your week of absence. Pineapples and all that. And I'd like to thank Big D Vapes for sponsoring the Yorkshireman's Handshake. And if you're ever in West Yorkshire, don't forget to check out Danny over at Old Fest.
You fucking missed me out, you absolute wanker.
I'm finished that shit. I'm going to ask Danny if I missed anybody. I like to thank
Chill
Mr.
out, chill out.
You know, wrapping up the show. Thank you, Mr. Pugs, for always popping in first.
Oh, don't fucking come at me now. Fuck off.
And lovely Joe. Oh, gee, I don't write it all down, so I can't remember half that stuff. Oh, well, why you like that?
Turn around, you can see the ball patch.
Thank you, Simon. Thank you,
Fuck
Simon.
off.
Thank you for Mr. Intense for passing on the Yorkshireman's Handshake to Mike Haynes.
You not even mention my ass.
Oh, just
I've
turn
never
around
seen-
a minute. Just
I've never seen a pug have a
look.
tantrum
Look at
before.
that, Pugs. There we go.
Oh, there's your strike sign.
I wanted to look at his logo on his back.
It's an absolute fucking peach, is what it is.
Thank you to Phil and Christina for sending out the Black Rose hoodies. I'm looking forward to mine arriving Monday, hopefully. I missed in there, is I know. So he must have put ours in second class post. That's all I can think about.
But I normally get things quite quick. To be fair.
Yeah, it was a first class hoodie in second class post, but I can't begrudge him.
Before I go, I forgot I've got a Dark Star by Magic Rock Brewery, Surreal Stout, which is 6%. And this brewery is a mile and a half down the road. Magic Rock. And Danny, you've got one Magic Rock.
I did. I haven't opened it yet. It's the Salty Kiss Gooseberry Ghost or something it's called.
Check them out in your local supermarket. Right, Danny, have I forgotten a note?
No, you haven't.
No, I think that's it.
We'll see you all next week.
Cheers, guys.
Catch you all later. Have a safe week. Bye for
now.
Bye.
Follow Savage Simon on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.